Alrighty, friends. Let's get this started. Bienvenidos to Serentia Vale. So we've already put this setup behind most of this. Okay. All right. We are golden. Okay. We've set up most of this campaign already. We've set up the environment. I'll give a basic description again. Serentia Vale was settled by followers of Ilmater. It's been around for a while, enough that it's a solid kingdom that's been built at this point. Because of the way that the kingdom is set up, especially being followers of Ilmater, it would be considered a very pacifist kingdom. It's most of the time it's a very prosperous nation. It is in trade with Faerun, but it is on kind of its own thing. Um, the kingdom is set up in a way that there is King Ulrich Dawnshield is the sorry, Alaric Dawnshield is the king of the land. However, he does have a what you'd also almost consider a parliament, a council of um, elders kind of underneath him that would be his advisors. A large portion of said council is formed up from followers of Ilmater. You guys have already had previous interactions with Baldric Heartwood. Baldric Heartwood is the right hand man to the king. In Game of Thrones terms, you call him the right hand of the king. He is very, very much involved in what goes with the land. He is the main guy that deals with the king. He has kind of set up this mercenary group that you guys have built, called the Shield of Grace. Your handler, as Matthew called it, would be Eldrin Lightberry. He's kind of your main point of contact as far as what the commands from the king are and what you're expected to do when you're out on these missions. Um, he is a faithful follower of Ilmater, however, sees the necessity for what you guys have to do. As stated, he has had some previous interactions already with some of the party, but I will leave those party members to open up more about what those interactions look like. So now we get into the campaign. We're going to start in Etherwin. If you wanted to look at the map, it's up in the top left-hand corner, up in the northwest corner. It's an outskirts town, an outskirts city. Um, because of that, it has faced hardship over the years. However, it's still thriving and doing well. Up in the mountains it's known for its Temple of Ilmater that's up in the mountains. Many followers of Ilmater will make pilgrimage out to this temple to worship. Um, the party has received notification from Etherwin and command from the king that this temple has been taken over by bandits. Little information is known past that. They just know that it was taken over by bandits. A soul priest
Rude.
made it out. What's that?
Rude.
Yeah. A soul priest made it out, made it to Etherwin, and basically said it's been taken over. They won't let any of the priests out. We don't know why. I don't know why. Um, we just need some kind of help. And because of the situation the priest was in, he was pretty beat up and was obviously pretty stricken with fear. The king just decided we're not even going to try to start with peace negotiations. We're just going to immediately send in the Shield of Grace and have them either deal with it peacefully or deal with it just how they normally deal with issues.
Did we
So
have an opportunity to speak with the priest before we left? Like,
you
did we have
this will
direct interaction
start.
with him, or
This will
did he go
start.
to the king?
Yeah, well, he did not go to the king. He went to the mayor of Etherwin. So this will start with the party is arriving in Etherwin, and out walks the mayor of Etherwin. His name is Elric Davencrest. If you want a description of Elric, Elric is a tall, stately man with graying chestnut hair swept back from a strong brow. His steel blue eyes carry the weary wisdom of a man who's seen too much suffering and still chooses to stand in its way. He wears finely crafted but practical clothing, deep reds and soft golds, with Ilmater's bound hands embroidered subtly at the cuffs and collar. A ceremonial sash hangs at his waist, weighted with silver keys, a journal that appears locked, and a prayer charm he kisses before every hard decision. Um, he walks out and welcomes the party to Etherwin and says, "I'm so glad you're here. We've been kind of at a waiting period, not knowing what to do. We obviously something's going down at this temple, but we've been waiting on you to kind of lead us here. He motions to two of his guards that are behind him and says, "We'll follow your lead, but we're coming with you. This is my domain. This is a temple that I've watched over for years. I'm not going to stand by while you guys deal with this. So, what's the play?"
How competent do the guards look?
Not very. You can
Okay.
tell that these are mostly farmers. They have spears, but they wield them almost like you would um, like a rake. You can tell that they are not used to combat.
Out of curiosity, are Jared and I part of the party yet, or have we not
Yes.
yet
So
been recruited?
we've already determined that you guys were contacted ahead of time as well.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I apologize. So yes, back in session 0, we determined you guys were contacted ahead of time. You would have met the party there.
Okay, so we met up.
Yes,
Gotcha.
you've met up with the party.
Cool.
I'd say that they've actually probably met you on the way, and that you all gathered there together, rather than coming separate times.
Pip will step forward and he'll
No, it is not yet, Shaylee.
he'll say your help is greatly appreciated. However, this potentially is no matter for farmers. We
They could not be farmers. They got swords. They're holding them right.
they've got spears, not swords.
Oh, they're
Um,
holding them right.
Rook looks at the soldiers and he just and to Dylan or to Pip says they stay here.
Yeah, I nod my head in approval and I'll say, hey, like I said, we appreciate your help, but with all due respect, it would probably be better off if your men were to stay here. One, we don't want them getting hurt, and two, just kind of the system we have going on as our team. We've worked together, and we even have a few new members of our group here that we're still trying to get used to. And adding more people to that dynamic might be a little difficult. So just to prevent, just for your safety and ours, I think it'd just be best if you stayed. But I promise you we'll do our best to take care of what needs to be done.
Elric will turn to the two guards that are standing next to him, and obviously they heard the whole thing, but he'll turn to them and say, "This is on you. I'm not going to force you to leave. You are also both faithful members of Ilmater. You know that it's our duty to suffer for those that might be suffering. And so if you feel the need to follow, we'll stay out of your way as best as we can, but this is also our land, and we'll have a hard time just standing by as you deal with this without us."
And I understand that, I do. But like I said, I think for your safety and ours, more specifically the safety of your two strapping young men here, I would hate for something to happen to them. We trust me, we've dealt with bandits before. We've been doing this for a little while now. We can handle this.
Rook looks at the mayor and he signs to him and says, "They can suffer by staying with the kid," and he motions at Twig, and then he looks at Twig.
Oh,
and
he's
then
implying that
thinking
Twig
that
should stay.
here.
Oh.
I want to meet the funny people, Papa.
Rook he just looks again. He's just
Pip will turn to Rook and
I want to go and meet the people.
Pip will sign to Rook. He'll say, I don't think we ever addressed this. Are you like his dad? Like what's the dynamic there?
Not his dad.
Okay.
I love you, Papa.
Good.
Father.
Good to know.
Found him.
Daddy issues.
Cool. But yeah, I'll actually turn to Veneer, and I'll say like, I think they should stay. What do you think?
This is a unique assignment. The fact that they skipped peaceful, attempts makes me think this is probably going to go worse than better. I think it'd be better if they stay, but he's right. We can't force them to do anything.
One of the farmers that you would probably recognize, no, not recognize, but you'd recognize he is a farmer, steps up next to the mayor and says, "My name is Tamsin Wold. My family has lived here since it was founded. I'm not going to stand by as this happens. My family was here, helped build this temple. It's my job to jump into this. Like, I can't stay back. I understand that
We
you."
could talk about this all day, but there's people in a temple that need some help. So, Joy. So I'm just saying,
The pretty lights.
I need to turn that off sometime.
What if
I'm
we
just saying-
gently
what if we
tie
just
their
go?
hands behind their backs and leave them there?
Well, these people, they want to
Oh.
Huh? Say again?
Said, what if we gently tie their hands behind their backs and leave them there? They don't get a choice. We value their life too much, so
Rook looks at the soldiers, looks at Pip, and he says, "Don't care. Let's go," and just starts walking.
Elric's gonna watch as Rook walks away and goes, "I guess that's our answer. We're coming with." And they mount up on their horses and start to follow Rook.
Before they do that, Pip will step forward one more time and say, "Okay, you can come, but like if you need to listen to what we say. Like if we tell you to move, you move. If we tell you to stay put, you stay put. If we tell you fight, fight. But there will the one thing that I will agree that will allow me to let you come is you have to listen to us."
Tamsin's gonna look at you, one of the farmers, and say, "You got it. Anything you want us to do, we'll listen to you. You're obviously more experienced, but like I said, this is our land. We're here to help. So whatever we can do to help, we're gonna do it." So
Perfect. Pip will get up in the horse-drawn carriage that has been gifted to the party by the king. I failed to mention this. We have two full wagons, horse-drawn wagons, for us to go pimping around Serenthia Vale in. So I would say that was probably our mode of transportation to get there. So I'll get back up into our one of the wagons and start trekking to the temple.
sweet. Now, if everybody wants to hop in Alba Rodeo, we can get this started. So as you make this path, you start to follow the obvious path up the way to the temple. It's obviously very well set. There's I forgot I have to admit entry to everybody. There are almost like torches that even set the path. It is the middle of winter. I'd consider it more like fall. So as you head up towards the mountain, it's very snowy. The path is snowy. It kind of winds and turns or switchbacks as you head up this path. It is not an easy path. It is meant to be a difficult path to get up to the foot of the temple.
May I ask why it's meant to be difficult?
Yes, 1 second. If you click on text channels on the left that says general, there should be a link in there. You'll click on that. It'll go to Alba Rodeo. Sorry, M is very new to all this.
That's fine.
Dylan, to answer your question, the ideology of Ilmater is to suffer for those that suffer. And so the idea here is that it is meant to incur some suffering up to this temple so that you can witness the hardships that others would go through. And in theory, if you went up with other individuals to suffer together to get up to this temple.
Okay.
So as the party continues on the trail, What does it look like? Tell me about the party. Like, what are the interactions? Is it quiet? Is everybody talking?
Rook is definitely not riding in the wagon.
Okay.
He is walking because don't trust horses.
Getting left behind from the wagon.
Well, I would
You
say the
keeping up?
wagon isn't moving super fast.
Oh, okay.
It's a horse-drawn wagon. They don't move very fast.
They can if you really work on it. Like if you have properly trained
Oh.
horses, they can move pretty fast. But obviously not like Ferrari type speeds, you know. But
Well-
compared to walking, they can be pretty speedy. But I would say we're going pretty slow.
We're going
Rook doesn't trust horses.
uphill in snow on a path that's meant to be hard to go up. I think
Yeah, are
we're going pretty
horses
slow.
even able to come up here? Or
That
should
is
we
a
just
good
ditch the
point. Are
horses?
we?
I would
I think
say
we need to ditch the horses.
I would say that you could make it a short distance until it's pretty evident that the horses can't make it.
Okay, cool.
So it turns into basically like a road and almost into, I wouldn't say an animal path. It's a little bit more clear, but it very much turns into a hiking trail.
Rhubarb's loving this. She doesn't like winter. I don't like winter because like there's no cute things and pretty things to look at. But I do like hiking. So
Okay.
having a great time.
What's
Yeah, I'd
what's
say we
the
probably
yeah,
pull off.
okay, so you pull off and get out and grab, I assume, your gear, anything you might need, and start heading up the trail.
Yeah.
What's the
Gear up.
conversation like with the party? I'm partially doing this because I have to go help my wife real quick on getting into Alva Rodeo. So tell me what the party's doing. I can still hear.
I would
Twig is-
say. Oh, you go.
I think Twig is very excited to be outside with the snow. You can see there's a stream and there's trees. So Twig is just very excited and yapping to
I
Rook,
feel like Twig would be frolicking right now.
prancing and skipping.
I
Wait,
think
who are you?
yeah.
Sorry.
Twig, yeah. Twig, give
What's
us a
your
little.
vibe?
Let's get a description of Pip or of Twig real quick.
So Twig is like I said before, he's a wood elf. Oh man, I haven't thought this hard about it yet. I can tell you what he's like is a character. He is very naive. He's very excited about the things that he likes. All he's ever really known is the animals and being outside, and now Rook. And so anything that involves any of those things, he's going to be very happy and almost like a toddler who's very excited. And so he's
Rhubarb
very
is-
happy.
Yeah, Rhubarb is immediately like, oh, this small thing must protect.
Small bean.
Small bean.
The maternal
better.
maternal instinct for little Twiggy boy.
Absolutely.
The Twigster.
He speaks with he speaks like Oliver Twist.
Tell me about
The
the
dolphin.
tell me about the order that you're walking in. Who's in front? Who's in back? Who's with each other?
Rook didn't stop. Rook just kept walking when everyone, like, he was carrying all the stuff anyway, so he just kept walking. But
Twig is
he's also
running around Rook
dwarf.
as he walks.
So I don't know if anyone would try to move ahead of him, but if no one explicitly tries to move ahead of Rook, he just keeps walking in a straight line. So he's probably in the front.
I
Okay.
think Pip. I don't know what order Pip would be in. I don't know if he'd necessarily be in the front because Pip is very short, and snow and short people don't mix.
I mean, I'm going to assume that as a group, we already have a standard walking order.
Yeah, but I would say specifically in the snow, Pip would be trying to at least follow some sort of already
You're
like
so
if
valid.
like
If it's
stepping
snow-
in other people's footprints sort of thing.
I
Because
forget that it's the snow. Rook is 100% just plowing through the drifts and like making a path for everyone.
you're
else.
just a
Like,
dense
that's
wall.
exactly
You're just
what
a
he's
snow
doing.
plow, basically, just
Yes,
moving.
he is just walking straight through the snow. And
Pip
just,
is following that path for sure.
Yeah.
Because the snow would be rough for him.
Rhubarb will stride forward in front of everybody and just start making tracks for people to walk in.
And Kala is so tiny that she's kind of
hopping from footprint to footprint to try to get through the snow.
I would say Pip would try to be somewhere in the middle of everybody. He wouldn't be in the front, but he wouldn't be in the back.
Cool beans.
At any given moment, Twig is going to be as close to Rook as possible.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Okay.
Token wise, I'm just looking at everybody. So I see Rhubarb. I see me. Twig is the leaf.
Twig's the leaf. Veneer, that would be John's character, is the guy in the center. Pip is obviously the goblin. Sabine, bottom left, and then I have Cleric filling in right now for Kala, right? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you'd have Elric and his 2 guards at the back of the party.
Yeah.
I'm staying out of the way.
Cool.
Can everybody roll me a d20, no modifier?
The question is, which dice do I use? Do I use
Well-
one of the ones that betrayed me last night, or do I use a new one?
Go grab my D&D dice really quick.
Unprepared.
Unprepared.
I was gonna do it online, and then I was like, no, I want the
You
actual.
gotta have the
dice. And then
real
I tried-
experience.
Which D20 do I want to use?
Is there a chat feature? I guess not.
Tim,
If we roll any D8s,
Yeah, that
I have
one,
I have a
You
metal
rolled a nat
D8
20?
somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
we're starting off good.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I rolled
Flawless.
a flat 18.
Okay, Pip rolled an 18. Okay, Rhubarb,
14.
14.
Mhm.
Okay. Kala.
Got 6.
And it's Calla, right?
Yeah.
And you rolled 6.
Hiya.
Okay.
It's like you're
Kaija.
telling someone to.
Like
You're
a
telling
calla
someone
lily.
to shut something.
Rook.
A calla
Kaija.
lily.
12.
12. Okay. And Twig. Oh, and I'm
4.
missing Veneer. 4, and then Veneer. 3. Okay.
Hey, get your numbers up.
Get your money up before I get your funny up.
Cool
So
beans.
that's 14. 14.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second to change some ownership right now of everybody's character.
Give me Rhubarb.
You'll have control here in a second.
Give it to me.
Okay, Rhubarb goes to Rhubarb. Rook goes to Rook. Twig goes to Twig. Here, Cal goes to Cal. Sabine goes to Sabine. And Pip goes to Pip. Cool. Alrighty. That's where it's going to get fun. Okay. As you are walking up the path, Mayor Davencrest is gonna look back to you guys. I guess not back to you guys, but shout from the back.
Wait, he came with us?
Yeah, he came with
Yeah,
his
that was the
guards.
whole
It wasn't just the
conversation.
guards that were
Oh,
coming.
I
It was
thought it
him
was
too. No, him too.
Okay.
So he'll kind of shout out from the back. So, Shield of Grace, doesn't that name holds a little bit of irony, doesn't it?
Uh,
I don't know what
So-
that word means.
so does being a special task force to take care of potentially physically violent situations for a king who only believes in being a pacifist.
What does
That's fair.
So there's a lot of irony going on around here, but hey, it's the job, I guess, you know?
That's fair. Yeah, he'll shout from the back. I mean, that's fair. Do you enjoy the job?
It's got its perks. It pays the bills. It's got its ups and downs, you know. I can't say I remember the last time I sat on my mom's couch, but other than that, you know, it's not a bad time.
Fair. I mean, do you miss home? Do you want this to end, or do you see yourself doing this for a long time?
I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody else, but me personally, I don't necessarily have an end in sight just because I was kind of asked
Dylan,
to do this.
roll
I
me your
didn't-
perception check.
Oh shoot! Okay. perception.
Actually, I'm going to take that back. Rhubarb, roll me a perception check.
Oh, but I rolled so well.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I rolled so well.
I'd say Rook,
If I
too.
was
Rook, how
if I
close
was
are you
a
to
fighter,
Rhubarb at
that
the
would have
front?
been a crit.
I would say probably pretty close because he's just stepping in. He's furthering. She's making the original steps, and he's just kind of clearing those out as she goes through.
Roll me a perception check as well.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
I rolled
Nat 20, baby.
8,
Did you
baby.
really?
Go.
Okay.
if it means anything, Chandler, I rolled a 19 plus 3 out
That
of
does mean
22.
something.
Here, and I'm perceptive more than all of
As
you.
that actually makes a lot of sense, to be honest.
Well, you're
as
you're Matthew Murdoch, but in
yeah, straight up.
reverse.
As Pip is talking, Rook, you catch a
Rook is in
smell
fact
on
not listening.
the wind. A smell
Is it Clyde?
a smell fades across the wind. You recognize it all too well, and shiver at the memory of the scent. You recognize it as the smell of blood.
I was gonna go burning flesh, but like that's also bad.
As the party turns the bend, you notice multiple bodies in various states, half buried in
Oh.
blood-stained snow, some clutching holy symbols, while others are forever frozen in prayer. What do you do?
Or is the temple within? Like, can we see the temple?
I'd say you could see the temple in the distance from where you're at.
Rook
If
is
I
gonna
were-
walk over to one of the bodies and inspect the closest body.
Okay, roll me what are you looking for?
Rook is looking for cause of death and any signs of the identity of the attacker, either by type of weapon, cause of death, or anything else he can find.
Matt,
Roll
remind me what your class is.
artificer.
Artificer.
That's
Armorer,
right.
artificer.
That's right.
Roll
Yeah.
me an investigation check, please.
21.
21. Okay. And you're looking for cause of death and what else?
Cause of death and any identifying marks as to what could have killed them,
What could have killed
or like
him?
how the marks would identify the attackers
Um,
in any way.
I would say that you recognize they have died from various states. What is that sound? Oh, I know exactly what that sound is.
A child.
No, it's my whatchamacallit. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. I would say you would recognize that many have died from various states. You would see multiple different types of wounds, some from blades, some from um, bows, some from just beatings. Like it is all
So
over the
mass
place.
attack, not a single attacker.
Mass attack, not a single attacker. You would hear Elric shout from the back.
No,
Those. Oh yeah, I guess you wouldn't. The rest of you would. The rest of you would hear Elric shout from the back. Those are priests. Those are the priests from the temple. What happened here? Go
Pip
ahead,
will.
real quick.
Oh,
Shaylee's
you
got
go.
her hand up for a while.
Shaylee had her
go
hand
ahead.
up first. My bad.
Hand up all the time.
My bad. You're on the bottom of my screen, so I'm looking up at the top where Chandler is, and you're at the bottom.
I am instantly going to go on guard and try to survey the area to see if there's any immediate threats, and try to see if there's like any tracks left by whoever did this.
Okay, give me a perception check. Yes, I knew exactly
No,
what that
it's a
sounded.
10.
A 10. I'd say that you don't see any imminent threats. You do see tracks heading off in the direction of the temple, but they're kind of indistinguishable from each other. You just see quite a bit of tracks.
Pip is going to shout.
Okay. What's Pip gonna shout?
He's gonna shout. Obviously, there are dead bodies in front of him, but he's gonna shout as if there isn't any dead bodies in front of him. He is gonna shout in a friendly manner, calling out to see if there's anyone nearby who can hear him and would like to come speak with him.
Anyone nearby who can hear him?
Hello! Can anyone hear me? If you can, I'd like to talk to you, please. Very urgent things to talk about. So if you'd like to come out, if you're, like I said, if you can hear me, I'd love to chat.
You hear?
Twig gets really
Oh, go ahead, Twig.
no.
No, go ahead, Twig. Go ahead.
Twig was just gonna get excited and start copying, yelling out to people. We want to meet you.
Hold on, I'm actually curious. How old is Twig?
So he's young for an elf, but he's still like 90 years old.
Oh, shoot. Okay, a lot older than a lot older than I was
But
expecting.
he acts. He's very unsocialized. Very
Yeah,
or
he's just a baby elf.
What is his reaction to the dead corpses?
I'd like to think, for now, he's too preoccupied with everything else going on
He
to
maybe
really
didn't notice or
take it
anything?
in, or
Okay.
intentionally avoiding. It's not. He's unsure.
Okay.
I'm
Dylan,
also okay.
ahead.
No, actually, you go.
I was
You
gonna
go.
say,
You go.
Dylan,
You go. You go.
you hear nothing in response. No response, just silence over the wind.
Pip will kind of like shrug and like sigh in disappointment, like, man, I was hoping someone was nearby.
Pip and Veneer, give me a history check.
Oh, I knew you were gonna ask me to roll a history check. I felt it in my huevos, dude.
16.
History? Shoot, 17.
Okay. Both of you would recognize the work of a familiar god.
I figured that's where this was going.
Ooh,
I'll let them decide if
Pip,
they want to share that.
Pip will
well, I
sign.
didn't know the name.
Pip will sign back to you when you ask who. He'll sign back an old bad reminder of bad things.
He goes, what? That's not specific.
Pip will not respond. Like he'll he's not gonna not respond to that, but he's just gonna say it's bad things.
Rook looks at Veneer and signs to him. Who? John. Veneer.
Yeah, what would Veneer say or do?
I think Veneer would say this is the work of the people who are the reason our band was originally created. This is the work of cultist of Baal.
As soon as he says ball, I'll give Veneer a glance. One of like a you don't say his name. Almost Pip very much believes like if you don't talk about it, it doesn't exist, sort of thing. Like
Yeah.
if you speak his name, you're almost giving him power because Pip doesn't believe he exists. Pip believes that there were just fanatics that killed his family and killed other people. This is stuff that Pip would have he probably wouldn't have told you that he doesn't believe in it, but he would have probably told the party that lunatics killed his family in the name of a pretend god that doesn't exist. And so when Veneer says ball, he'll give Veneer like a glance of like a you shut your mouth, don't you dare say that name, because if you speak his name, you're giving him power. Even so, Pip's got this like weird like he does but doesn't believe he exists sort of thing, you know.
Rook just looks at both of them and he's like, You don't know how to be straightforward. And then just keep walking.
Pip will kind of like shrug and be like, "Well, I'm okay." He will, though, however, pull out. Pip has a small little flute, so he's got a big musket flute that plays like a didgeridoo for him, but he's got like a tinier like sidearm flute that doesn't do anything; it just plays music. And he'll play a small little just a small tune, very similar. John has heard me play this tune before. At the where my family was murdered. It sounds a lot like, you guys will eventually later on find out that it sounds a lot like what my Bardic Inspiration tune sounds like. But this is a lot more somber and reverent.
Can I get a flat D20 from everybody?
Oh, natural 20, baby. Natural 20. We are up. We are up. Get your money up, not your funny up. Yeah.
Natural 20. So, Sabine, what did you get?
Virtual high five. Virtual high
I
five.
have to roll. I have to roll again, right?
Flat D.
I got another one.
Okay, Root got another nat 20. A D20, babe, just flat.
Oh,
I got a 17.
Hey, Chandler.
God.
What's up?
So Melody's a halfling, right? So she had luck.
Mm-hmm.
And she rolled a nat 1 for the flat 20.
You don't need
Can
to
she roll again?
I wouldn't worry about it. I'll give you that as a DM.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about this one.
So why are we rolling if we don't need to worry, Chandler?
Some of you might have to worry. Some of you might not.
You're making me waste my nat 20 rolls?
Did anybody
Those are
else? Did anybody
rare
else roll above
commodity
a
around
15?
here.
I'll just ask that. Anybody else roll above 15? You had 17. I know my nat 20s. Anybody else? Okay, sweet. All right. So you've played your song. You're over the bodies. Anything else from anybody?
My sword is drawn.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm curious to know what Kala is doing.
I was gonna say
because
anything from the cleric of Ilmater over here.
who is looking at other potential clerics and priests of Ilmater as well.
Yeah, she kind of just runs up to the bodies and she's just making sure that they're actually passed on. And if they have, she wants to give them a little prayer.
What does that prayer sound like?
The prayer is a safe passage to the other life.
Will you roll me a perception check?
A perception check as she's praying. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Go ahead and give it to me with advantage.
That's a 16.
Okay, that'll work. As you're saying your prayer, something just feels off. Something just feels off. Normally when you pray, you can feel like Ilmater is listening. In this case, you can feel that something is listening, but it doesn't feel like Ilmater.
Okay. Like it just feels...
Just feels off.
Empty?
Something, yeah. You're not getting the response you normally get. All right. What does the party do from here?
Rook is just gonna keep walking.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll follow Rook, but I'll try and stay near the front.
All right.
Yeah, I think after her prayers, she's gonna follow with the rest of the party.
Okay. I will say the rest of the party makes... I'm going to grab Rhubarb, and then everybody else can just follow. The rest of the party ends up about here. As you end up at this location, right at the steps of the temple, you notice another individual. Another body laying here, leaning up against the steps. Everybody roll me a perception check. Veneer and Pip do it with advantage.
Perfect. Perception.
Raggy.
Oh, I got an 11.
Dirty 20.
Okay, that'll work. Nobody else really needs to roll. Well,
Nasty 20.
I'll tell you right now, John, you recognize this individual as a ballist.
Oh.
You
I also rolled in at 20.
Fair enough. You recognize this individual as a ballist. He is laying there with wounds just all over him, like just all over, and he's covered in wounds. I won't go into too much detail there unless somebody wants to ask me. But he is covered in wounds. You do notice though.
Do they look self-inflicted, or do they look like someone else gave them to him?
You do notice these wounds. You do,
I have
however,
dice in
notice.
hand. I'm ready to roll.
You do, however, notice a smile across his face. Even though he's dead, you notice a smile across his face, and on his chest, his shirt and cloak has been ripped open, and on his chest is a message carved into his skin. The message reads, "You borrowed what you could not bear. The sword remembers its master."
Can I insight check this message to determine if it is referring to any one of us specifically, like as if they knew we were coming, or if it's just a message meant for him or other cultists?
I'd allow that. Give me an insight check.
An insight. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'd say it's insight.
Yeah. Oh no, a 6.
You don't know anything.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that you don't know anything. You can tell. I'd say with a 6, you can tell that this message was carved with meaning, like it was, but you don't know who that meaning is towards.
Can you repeat the message one more time?
Yes, I can. You borrowed what you could not bear. The sword remembers its master.
You borrowed what you cannot bear.
I also wrote it down.
Remembers its master. Does he have any weapons near him in any
He does, yep.
manner?
Mm-hmm.
What's the weapon near him?
He has a dagger in his hand, a short sword at his hip, and a bow on his back.
Can I pick up the dagger? Does the dagger look like a regular dagger, or does it look specific to anything? Like, does it look ritualistic? Does it look like a regular just dagger? What does it look like?
I'd say it just looks like a standard dagger. I won't make you roll for anything on that. It looks like a standard dagger.
Okay. Okay. This is what I would like to do. I would like to pull out my didgeridoo flute gun horn, and I would just like to blow out blow out the lowest note I can let out on the flute, which flutes don't play super low, but I want to let out the lowest tone I can, like I'm blowing a horn, and I will yell for someone to come out. We're at the front of the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll blow it and I'll call for someone to come out.
Okay. Give me a performance check.
Performance. 25.
Okay. What does it look like?
So I'll blow my flute, and before when I was shouting, I sounded a lot more friendly. In this instance, I sound a lot more angry and frustrated. And I'll yell, "Reveal yourself so we can speak."
Chandler, Milo, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Are the locations that we are currently at on the map correct, or should we all be by the stairs?
I would say that you're all at the stairs at this point.
Go with the dog.
I kind of said everybody could drag their own, but yeah, I'd say I'll drag him. Everybody's by the stairs. You're all witnessing what you see here.
So Rook is gonna like look up from. He feels the like vibrations from the super low note on the flute, and he's gonna look up and he's gonna start looking like along the walls and trying to see if there's anyone like looking through the windows or if we can identify any people in the building at any openings or walls or roof. And
There
such.
is a main door. You notice a main
That's
door,
it?
and that's it.
I take it back. Rook does no such thing. He is considering going and just opening the door, but he's gonna wait a second.
Okay.
I think Veneer will turn to the party and say, okay, we got new members with us, but we've gone over our plans. Be ready. We've seen a lot of carnage already. So keep your guard up. Anyone opposed to going in?
Ready
wanna
to smash
turn-
some heads.
I want to
Rook
turn
is
to
gonna
the
open the door.
mayor. Wait, so nothing happened when I called out?
No, nothing happened.
Okay, I want to turn to the mayor, and I'll kind of like gesture towards the dead guy in front of us, and I'll say, "Does he look familiar to you?"
He'd say, I don't recognize this at all. I thought this was bandits. Are these not bandits?
I highly doubt if they're bandits. Can I insight check him?
Sure.
Does he seem deceitful in any way? Does he seem like he actually does know what's going on here?
Give me an insight check.
16.
You can see that he is, like, visibly shaken by what he's seeing. He's kind of twitching, like almost like he wants to get out of there. But you can also see that he's trying his very best to stay strong for the guys next to him that came with him.
How do the other two look?
The other two are in rough shape. Like, you can tell that they are visibly shaken.
I want to turn to the younger one.
Okay.
The youngest of the two farmers. And I'll say, remember how I told you that if you were to come, you have to listen to what we say?
They're going to sit there and say, yeah, we remember.
I would prefer both of you to do this, but I need at least one of you. And I gesture to the youngest, and I say, this is not an easy thing to ask. And I know that you want to be here, you want to, protect your land. But you will be more useful to not only us, but to this temple and to your people. You need to leave and take a message back to the king for me.
Okay.
There's someone on the there's someone on Rook.
Yeah,
like, Pats, or I say he's standing next to Pip. He like grabs Pip and turns him around so that he could see that there was someone on the port on the opening. I saw.
Do I notice anything?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I turn back to the kid, and I'll say, I need, if both of you can go, that'd be best.
Rook walks up to the door.
I need you to deliver a message to the king, letting him know that there are fanatics. They are back. If you go to the king or any of his advisors and say that I sent this message, he will know exactly. They will know what you're talking about.
Cool beans. Yep.
But
The youngest will say, I got it. And you can tell, like, he's like, I don't want to be here anyways. I got it. And so he just takes off back down the path. So I heard Rook approaches the door. Anybody else following Rook?
Hang on.
I do.
Is the corpse still there?
Corpse is still there.
Okay.
I prepare my gun for combat, and I follow Rook as well.
Veneer will pull his wand out.
Cool.
Kala is cautiously walking up the steps.
So
I do.
Go ahead.
Before anything happens, I would like to turn. Who has the lowest HP amongst us? I have 40. I think John and I have the most, actually.
I think I have 62.
Oh, never mind. I have 45.
I have
John
I
has
also have 45.
I've only got 26.
I think you might be
Rhubarb,
the
how much
lowest.
do you have?
I think 62. I could have done something wrong.
That sounds right because
Melody
you're
and
a
Ocean,
1d12,
please
right?
one of you mic yourselves so
Yeah.
you don't
So
triple over.
that sounds about right.
Okay.
Just moving up context section.
3.
Twig, how much does Emily? How much HP do you have?
42.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Twig, and before we walk in, and I'm gonna play a little tune on my big flute, kind of in like, I want it to seem like almost an adult trying to calm down a kid before something scary is about to happen. So it's more of like a light-hearted tune. He's like, hey, I made this tune for you. I thought it, or I have this tune. You remind me of it. And I play a little tune, and I'm gonna use my DOS Loot magical charge and cast protection from good and evil on him.
Okay. And remind me again, what does that do?
He's
So
gonna
protection
jump around and clap his
Protection from
hands.
good and evil until the spell ends, so it's a concentration spell up to 10 minutes. One willing creature you touch is protected against creatures that are aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be possessed by or gain the charmed or frightened condition from them. If the target is already possessed, charmed, or frightened by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throws against the relevant effect.
Cool beans. All right.
And I want to be the last one to walk in.
So, and that was about to be my next question. What is the order that you're walking in through the door?
Rhubarb is going to be right behind Rook. I'm assuming Rook is going to be like the first person in, but Rhubarb is going to be like basically right next to him.
I'll be cowering right behind them, peeking around.
Okay.
So
That
I've
sounds
got
like
so I've got
Twig,
Rook, Rhubarb up front.
I'll go next. Veneer will go next.
Veneer's behind
And
that.
then I will go.
Kala's next to him. Okay. Pip, where are you at in the order? And Sabine?
Pip he goes in last, so he'll be near the back of the group.
I'll go in with him last.
Okay. So Sabine back in the back. And then Elric and his one guard. I'm gonna change that. I did not anticipate that you were going to send one back. Elric and his one guard will be at the back of the group as well.
Okay, before anything happens, I would like to turn to Sabine and just say, like, stay hidden. Find a way to hide, stay hidden, use that to our advantage. I want to make sure that we have our bases covered, and if we have somebody hidden who can grant surprise attacks from the shadows, I want that to happen. So stay hidden.
This ain't our first rodeo.
Sabine.
Good thing I'm super stealthy.
Yeah, Sabine, please give me a stealth check.
Okay. I rolled the 20 dice, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And then you add your stealth modifier on your
Roll
sheet,
20.
My stealth modifier?
which should be like 9 or something. It's under dexterity.
It's 11.
Okay. Well, yeah. So what'd you roll?
I rolled a 12 plus 11. So
Yeah, so you're-
23.
Wait. You have a plus 11?
She has a plus 5 to
Yes,
dex
sir.
and then has the expertise in it. So yeah, she gets...
Oh
Damn.
my gosh.
So
Wait, it's
wild.
the little number right here, right?
Yep, you did it
The
right.
little-
Yeah, you did it right.
Yep.
So yeah,
it's 11.
you're in invisible condition. Nobody knows where you are.
Perfect.
Okay.
Do I know where she is? Does
I'd
the
say
team know
the
where
team knows where you are, but I would say that you will start this from you'll be able to enact surprise.
Cool.
Okay. Let's give you guys some views.
Me.
I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Can you all see the map now?
I see
Yeah.
a small room that is Tetris L-shaped.
Sweet.
I don't see it.
You don't
Let
see
me
it?
refresh.
It was also at the very bottom of my screen, so you might need to like zoom out and zoom back in.
I refreshed. It worked.
Okay.
Okay.
Sweet.
Is this inside the temple?
This is inside the temple. You have entered the temple. As you enter the temple, you see in front of you a few other cultists of Baal that you wouldn't recognize who they are, but you'd recognize that they are cultists of Baal.
Is there 6 of them in total?
Yeah, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 in total. Let's see who's in front. I've got you go ahead. Let's do Rhubarb, Twig, and Rook. Please roll me perception checks.
19.
Okay. That'll work between the three of you. I was just hoping one of you could get it. You can tell that they are visibly surprised that you just walked in.
Hell yeah.
Like, visibly surprised. As you enter, you hear an individual at the back. I will pull my pointer out so you can see. This guy right here. He is like shocked, almost stumbles back and goes and shouts, "How did they get in here? There's no door there. Stop them. They can't have it. We must complete the ritual."
I yell, "Drop your weapons," and you won't. I'm sure you guys are okay with dying, but drop your weapons, and there won't be any problems.
I can tell you right now, they're not going to drop their weapons. But as we roll for initiative, those two individuals step out of the room. They run through the door.
Say what he said again.
How'd they get in here?
There's no door there.
There's
They
no
can't
door
have
there.
it.
They can't have it. We must complete the ritual.
We must complete the ritual.
They can't have it.
The two individuals.
They're referring to the sword?
Oh, it might be the sword. Shaylee, that was a big brain comment right there.
I did not say that.
Who said that?
That was me.
Emily. I
Do all
apologize.
women sound the same to you, Dylan?
No, I looked on my screen, and when I heard that, your text box was surrounded in green, so I thought you were talking.
Would
My bad.
everybody
Good comment,
Would
Emily.
everybody
Great
please
job.
roll me initiative?
I would love to.
Oh shit.
Beautiful. Hey, Chandler, let me let you know right now. 21.
15.
Oh, jeez, dude.
What is the plus again? It's the dex.
Plus dex.
Yeah.
Chandler, feel free to not allow this. Can I before the guys run away? Can I cast Hold Person on one of them?
I'll allow you to try. Which one are you going to cast it on?
Can you put him back so that I can? Or the red guy. I want to put it on the red.
That yelled.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on, let me make sure that Hold Person, he's within range. I believe it's.
You know
60
what? I'll give you one better. I am going to keep them here. I will allow them to roll initiative as well before they run out.
I gotta make sure that he's within range. He is perfectly within range of me. Beautifully.
You should, if you click on initiative, you should be able to add your own initiative, especially with how many individuals we have. If you could do that for me, it would be much appreciated.
Oh my goodness. Come on, there we go. Okay. But yeah, I would like to cast Hold Person on him.
Okay.
Actually, shoot. That would end my concentration for Twig. I'm not gonna cast it. My bad.
Okay.
I tried, people. Cool. Everyone, do a quick little review of your spells, just so you know what you have available if you have spells. I would greatly appreciate that.
So, are you going to cast that, or are you not going to cast that?
I'm not, because it would end my concentration on protection from good and evil on Twig.
Cool beans. Well, Pip, it's going to be your turn. I can tell you that right now. They all rolled with disadvantage because of the surprised effect. So
cool. Pip is going to. He is going to cast. No, he's not going to do that. Pip is going to. He's going to tell them. He's going to say, "Stop right now, or I guarantee you, I'll stop what you're trying to do." Trying to convince them.
Are you trying to convince? Roll me. Or did you say you're trying to be persuasive or intimidating?
I'll let you choose.
Roll me an intimidation check. And which one are you saying this to?
The red guy.
Okay.
Intimidation?
Mm-hmm.
Can I help with that?
Dirty 20.
Never mind.
You said stop what you're doing, or I'll make you stop, basically?
Stop what you're doing, or I guarantee you whatever you are trying to do will be thwarted.
Okay. He's unfazed.
He's unfazed, even by a dirty
nat
20? No, it was
Dirty.
He's
Dirty
unfazed.
20.
I was like,
Those
wait a minute.
That's a bonus action?
If anything, he'll turn to you. That was a bonus action. If anything, he'll turn to you and say, "This is your final warning, or you partake in the ritual. And it is not one you want to willingly partake."
I'm going to pop a shot at him with my gun.
Please do.
Cool
I
beans.
did not anticipate that he was going to be a part of this fight, so I have to...
I'm going to tell you right now, I got a 22.
Okay. Roll me damage.
Cool. And I believe
I think we said
because I'm hitting him with the musket, he is being slowed.
Cool.
He has the slow...
Which I think just takes 10 off, right?
If you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to it, you can reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn, and it doesn't stack. So yeah, I pop a shot at him because I can tell that he's not listening. That's a D12. He's gonna take 12 damage.
12 damage. Cool. All right. Anything else from me?
And then I'm going to move. Because I'm small, I can move through people. 5, 10, 15.
I need initiative from Sabine, Twig, and Rook.
Can I use the remaining of my movement to get on top of this broken table? Like, is it elevated in any way or no?
I'd say that it's not really elevated.
Okay. Actually, no, I don't want to go that way. 5.
Would I have advantage, Chan?
10,
Yes, you would, 'cause of
15,
your class.
20, 25.
And then add dex to it, babe, so you'd add 5 to it.
Yeah, I'm going to move right there.
So you're moving... Okay, right there. Sweet.
And that'll be my turn.
Real quick, before you do that. Dylan. Never mind. I was thinking of the wrong one. Okay, yep. Never mind. You're lucky. M, what is your initiative?
I only got a 14.
14 plus 5, so 19? Or you rolled...
No, I got 14 total.
What were your 2 rolls?
9 and 6.
Okay, well, 14 it is. Twig, I need...
Horrible.
Twig, I need your initiative.
My mic was tweaking.
You're good.
I rolled a 4.
And what's your dex?
Oh, my dex. I don't have a dex mod.
You have flat dex?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Now I see why your AC is so bad. Okay. Cool. So we move on to Elric. And Elric, this is not his game. He is by nature probably closest to a cleric is probably what I'd say he is. So if anything, he's going to take the dodge action, which I believe just gives disadvantage on attacks against him. And he's going to back up a little bit towards his guard. Rook, take it away.
Hell yeah. Alright. Rook is just going to... We are within 10 feet because I have reach on my flail. And we're about to hit him with the flail.
Okay.
And that would be...
And that was just to... And please ask these... Rather than just messaging me, just please ask to the group. They can answer your questions. You rolled for initiative.
Okay.
It's just when you start your turn. So you just rolled... whatever it was, a 14, so that now says that you're going to go after Rook is when you take your turn.
16?
16 on the guy standing next to you. I'm going to say that's, yeah, that hits. How much damage?
Emily, if you want to type your question into the group Discord chat, then we can answer it there while they're talking.
Okay, thanks.
Yep, that works too.
10 damage.
10 damage.
It's the PC Crew 2 chat, right?
No,
it's
it
Knob
would be
Lobbers.
it's the same one we're in. So you'll just click text channel and general on the, yeah, you should have just seen a message show up. 10 damage. Anything else from you, Rook?
Nay.
Don't you get 2 attacks?
Hmm?
Don't you get 2 attacks?
As an artificer?
What I do? I'll hit him again.
I mean, if you want to nerf yourself, I'll allow
I got
it,
a 16 again.
Yeah, you'll hit again, so give me damage on that one.
When the DM tells the player, you can attack again, you know.
Are you sure
8
about
damage.
that? How much?
8 damage.
Okay. Cool beans. Let's move on to the next one. Sabine, back to you.
Okay.
You are
How does
not
being in stealth work when you attack?
stealth. You attack with a surprise effect. Oh, I don't have my book. I gave it to M. So
But then does your stealth go away? Like, are you visible after that?
after you attack, yes.
Okay.
M, because of your rogue status, you can take a bonus action of dash. So I would suggest doing that. Otherwise, you're not going to be within distance of anybody.
Well, then I guess I'll do that.
So dash makes it so you can double your movement speed.
Okay.
So that's your bonus action, and then I assume you're going to go swing at whoever you can reach, which I believe is that guy right
Yep.
there. Yeah. So go ahead and
I'm
move
gonna
your
do
character
a sneak
first.
attack.
Move your character first
Okay.
on the page.
Which one's mine?
Yours is, yeah,
I'm
your
the
character
middle one?
token. Somebody's highlighting it right now.
Okay.
Yep. And
Thank you.
that is
Where do
a
I-
teammate, so you'll want to go over towards this guy right here. Is probably
The
only guy
scary
you can
looking
reach,
red
yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Okay, give us your attack roll.
Okay.
He has not taken his turn yet, so you attack with advantage.
20 plus
crit?
advantage, so 25.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
crit. It doesn't matter. So okay, well you double your damage dice. So
This is you get to double your dice.
got it.
Okay. Well,
Kill that
so
boy!
I already do 46. So do I just roll them twice?
So you
then?
do 8d6. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Do I have 8?
No, you'd have to roll 4 and then roll 4 again.
Reroll. Just remember numbers.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take a fat guess and say he
13.
dies, but
Oh my gosh.
where are you at?
23, 26 plus
He's dead.
6
How does
is
he die?
33.
How does he die?
Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna. Can I do 2 movements in my death or no?
No, it would be.
It's
it's your kill.
I'd say it's one hit, but yeah, you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take out my sword and stab him in the chest, and then chop off his head with my other arm.
That's a crit. I'd say
With my
that's
dagger.
fair. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool beans. Are you gonna do anything else in your turn? I don't think you can, but
Can't.
I don't
Oh,
think
because
you
I'm
can
not
because
close
you already
enough
used
to
your
anybody
action.
else?
You already did your bonus action, so your turn's over.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The guard is also going to do the same thing as Elric did. He's just going to dodge action, so disadvantage attacks on him. We move over to Veneer.
You already know it.
I was going to say I can take a fat guess at what's about to happen right here.
Bonus action, innate sorcery, and then I'm going to cast Fireball.
Fireball.
So please give me a dex saving throw for these individuals here.
What's the DC?
16.
Okay. The big bad guy passes. The guy to his right passes. The guy in front of him does not pass. And then the 2 guys on the right, one passes, and the other one, I want to say, fails. Yeah, the other one fails. So the only ones that failed are going to be this guy and this guy. Give me.
All right. Well, you're
your
keeping
damage.
track of all that.
Yeah, give me your damage.
I'm going to empowered spell.
Okay.
So meta magic. Or wait, actually, I can't do that, right? Because that's a bonus action. You and I talked about that.
I don't think it's a bonus action. It's not a bonus action to use a sorcery. It's just quicken spell that's a bonus action.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
yes, you
Empowered
can.
spell.
Cool beans.
That will be 30 fire damage.
30? 30?
Yep, 30.
Dadgum, Gina. Okay. Cool beans. Anything else from you?
Nope. That's my turn.
Rhubarb, over to you.
Has anyone on our team gotten hurt yet?
I don't think so. Y'all have been whomping
Nope.
first.
Cool. Well, in that case, what I'm gonna do is, I have a cool thing where I can have +10 to my speed without armor, like if I don't have heavy armor on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna run up to this guy and take out my. I think I have a great club.
Okay.
Yeah. Take out my great club and whack him.
Fair enough. Do it.
$18.
Yeah, you'll hit. Give me damage.
It's a 7, and it has the push effect.
So 7 damage
So-
plus push.
Yeah, so the creature up to 10. Okay, you push the creature up to 10 feet straight away from you.
Mm-hmm.
If it is large or small, and I think
Yeah,
this is a
It
medium
got
creature.
pushed. Yep. Cool. Anything
Does
else?
he get like push damage
No, he does
from
not.
falling into the bookshelf? Bummer.
Yeah. No,
I don't have 2 attacks unless I'm raging, right?
you do have 2 attacks as a barbarian at level 5.
Just kidding. Yeah, we'll do that again. So, I did 40 first, so I'll do my other 5 movement, and I'll
Okay.
whack this guy with my great club.
Cool beans.
An 11.
11 will not hit.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, that went.
Okay. over to our head cultist and our fiend. The two of them, the head cultist will turn to, especially to Veneer, since he just fireballed him, and just say, "You can't stop this. He will return." And the two of them are going to book it out of the room. That will take our fiend and HUD cultist out of this. We now go to cultist 3. He's going to step back over to Rhubarb, seeing as how he just got wailed on by her. And he will swing. Does a 10 hit? I'm going to assume that's a flat no. Okay. All right. Going over to our other guy over here. He is going to blast at you, Veneer. Okay, he makes 3 attacks. I know your AC already. Does an 18 hit?
I'll use shield. So no.
Punk. All 3 of his hits miss. Okay. Over to Kala. Can't hear you.
Okay, so I think really quick. I was just gonna sidestep right here to get like a direct line of view, and then she's going to use guiding bolt to strike him.
Sweet. And is that an attack roll or is it a saving throw? I can't remember. I think it's an attack roll. But don't quote me on that.
It's attack roll.
Cool beans.
What is it?
Should be D20.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. What's your damage?
So now you will do
46 radiant,
yeah.
so 8d6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here you go. Yeah. Okay. 6, 5, 15, 4, 12.
Interestring.
5, 10, 15, 20. 20 plus 12. What?
32.
32? 34.
Oh, they're still
38.
going.
Yeah. 38 radiant damage.
Okay. Son of a gun. Alrighty. Anything else from Kala?
She's gonna look around and ask if everyone's okay, if anyone's hurt. I'm good. Everyone good?
We're good.
Perfect.
Well, I don't think I've done a single bit of damage this entire time. Okay, moving on to Cultist 2, who's also going to swing over at Rhubarb. That's gonna miss. Freak me, dude. Okay, over to Twig.
Now you know my pain of the last
Dude,
night,
I just rolled a
Chandler.
7. I think I have a +4. I already know it's gonna miss. Alrighty,
There
Twig, take it away.
You know
All
my
right.
pain.
Really quick, just for Owlbear tools, how do I measure the distance? Oh, here
You
we go.
click the measure
Maybe the
tool
tool
on
that
the right.
says measure. Yeah, that's it. As soon as I see it. Sweet. This guy, this is a cultist right here.
Yes. This is.
Over
He is
Yeah,
he is
that
a
it
guy.
is. Mhm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my level 1 spell slots. And since we came in and I'm right by the door from outside, I have the material to cast Ice Knife.
Fair enough.
Which
Just
create a
note,
shard.
If you have a spellcasting focus, you don't need materials.
Correct.
Just so you know.
Well, I wanted to use materials anyways because Twig likes to use Mother Nature, what Mother Nature provides.
Fair enough.
Valid point.
Hit me, Twig.
And so I'll make a ranged spell attack. So what mods did I add to
So you're a wisdom caster?
Your spell.
I'm a wisdom caster,
Spell
yeah.
attack mod.
So so it'd be whatever you roll plus your wisdom plus your proficiency.
There's a box that says spell attack modifier that will tell you what it is, Jared. It's under
On
the
which-
spellcasting heading.
Spellcasting, spell attack modifier, +2. Will you look at that?
Wait, that's not
I know
possible.
my Excel sheet, baby.
That's not possible.
It's not possible.
It should be wisdom
Is it
plus
what that-
proficiency. Yeah, so it should be
Yeah,
2 plus
that's
3.
my bad. I didn't put proficiency on it.
Okay, so it's
I
5.
treated that as well.
Yeah,
so
so
plus
5. I was like, dang, dude, you got a negative to wisdom?
I will fix that,
Yeah.
Jared. Give me 2 seconds.
So I add 5 to my whatever
Yeah,
I
5
rolled
to
in.
whatever you roll.
24.
Yeah, you'll hit. Give me your damage. Frick all of
Alright,
you, dude.
No, no, Chandler. Freak you.
So on hit, I'll do 1d10 of piercing damage.
Okay.
Ugh,
Give it to me.
2.
2. That's
And
it?
then hit or miss, the shard explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet, so just him, must succeed on a dex saving throw or they'll take some cold damage.
He passes.
Boo. Boo.
I rolled 19 on the die. He passes. Alrighty.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Back up, Ed. Alright. Back up to Pip.
Pip is going to... Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move... I like to do this so that I just know. Alright, there we go. Oh, I like that. Okay. No, it's way too far. Gonna go right here. And then I want to cast Vicious Mockery
Okay.
on this guy right here.
Is it an attack roll for that?
Vicious Mockery, if I recall.
Or is it just a DC?
Vicious Mockery, it is not. It's like it just does damage. Or no, you need to succeed a Wisdom saving throw or take a
Succeed a wisdom
D6.
saving throw. Okay. Oh, he's gonna fail. I can tell you right now. He gets a. Yeah, does an 11 work?
No. I yell at him saying, does your mom know that you're doing this? Like, and would she be proud of you if she knew what you were up to these days, young man? Dealing 2d6 damage to him.
Okay.
7 damage.
Cool beans. He'll turn to you and respond, I killed my mother. She doesn't care.
Well, then she definitely is disappointed in you.
I ate my grandma.
And then as a
Singing killed my grandma.
as a bonus action, I would like to use one of my bardic inspirations.
Okay.
And give it to Rhubarb.
Okay.
So Rhubarb, I believe my bardic inspo is now a D8. It is a D8. As a bonus action, you can inspire other creatures within 60 feet of you or of yourself who can see or hear you. That creature gains one of your bardic inspiration dice. The creature can have only one bardic inspiration dice at a time. Once within the next hour, when the creature fails a D20 test, the creature can roll a D8 and add the number to the D20, potentially turning the failure into a success. So Rhubarb, within the next in-game, was it day? Next hour. Within the next in-game hour, if you fail any rolls, you can roll a D8, and potentially that'll turn it into success.
Cool. Elric.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Elric is going to cast Bless on, we'll say Rhubarb as well. She's kind of in the thick of it. I need to look up what that does again, but we'll just continue on, and I'll tell you what it does in a second. Go ahead and take your turn.
You bless up to 3 creatures within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target adds 1d4 to the attack roll or save.
Well, then he's going to give it to Rhubarb, he's going to give it to Rook, and he's going to give it to Pip.
Hell
You guys
yeah.
get an extra 1d4 on your attack rolls.
On attack roll?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
How long does that last?
I think it's like an hour. You will have it for the rest of combat.
Okay.
So Rook, go ahead.
All right. So Rook goes 30 feet forward, and then Rook casts Dragon's Breath on himself with a bonus action, and is going to breathe fire on this cultist right ahead of him.
Fire away.
Is that an assassin or is that a cultist?
It's
Whatever
cultist.
that guy is.
It's a cultist. It said assassin for a minute, but I changed it because it wasn't supposed to say
Oh, gotcha.
So Rook will exhale a 15-foot cone. Actually, Rook will do lightning. A 15-foot cone of lightning, and he needs to make a dexterity saving, or the enemy needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Does a 12 count work, I guess? Yeah, he's cloaked.
Nah.
Give it to me.
All right.
As he takes his damage, he'll scream to the group. Go ahead and keep rolling your damage, but he'll scream to
8
the group.
damage.
This is inevitable. You can't stop this. Ball will return.
You know what else is inevitable? These balls in your face.
Rook, give me a history check. You're from Faerun. Give me a history check. With advantage.
History. 13.
I'm.
That's
Barb
with
is also
advantage?
from Faerun.
Oh, I got advantage? Let me do it
Actually,
again.
no, it's Barb. She like
I rolled the exact same thing.
Okay. Especially being a member of the whatever that's called, your Knights
Overwatch
of Helm,
Knights.
or Overwatch Knights, you would know that Ball was killed a couple of years ago. He was slaughtered in a mortal form and has not been a god ever since.
He was not a baller.
He was not a baller.
Oh, that was good. I liked that one.
Bro is not balling.
I'd say that the details of that wouldn't be known to you, but you would just know that Ball was killed.
Ooh, I
So,
know a few details on that.
Rook is going to look up. So after he does his lightning breath and he hears that, he's just going to go, son of a bitch.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Sabine, take it away.
Oh. Okay. I don't get advantage, right?
I'll let the crowd jump in here and help you with your character.
I got
What was the
14.
question?
You do not have advantage. You are 55 feet away. So unless you want a bonus action to get within range, you're not going to reach him with a melee attack.
Do you have a ranged attack possibility? Like, do you have a bow?
I do have a bow.
So, do
Okay.
you have 2 numbers written down next to that bow?
Yeah,
Should be a smaller number and a larger
Yes,
number.
it's a 5 and a 3, so 8.
Oh, the range is what he's
You-
asking. There should be numbers
you
in
have-
parentheses in there.
Yeah, I have 80 feet in parentheses 320.
Okay.
Roll disadvantage.
So if you are, you said 80-20, or wait, what were the
83-20.
numbers?
30 to
320.
83-20?
80 to 320.
Oh,
80 is the
yeah.
ideal range. 320
So-
is the max, but with disadvantage.
yeah. So if
So
if the enemy is within 80 feet of you,
Which
then
it is.
which it is, then you roll regular attack. If it was beyond that 80, then you'd have to roll with disadvantage, and you can't exceed 120 feet with that range.
I would say in this case, Hun, I know you do have the steady aim, which could give you advantage where you could add sneak attack damage to it. This is one of those cases where there's no other way for you to get an advantage and to get that sneak attack damage, so I would bonus action steady aim and then attack with your bow.
Okay. Okay, so then I would roll 46.
So you'd roll an attack roll first, see if you hit.
Oh,
So roll a d20.
I rolled a 14. I told you that.
Did you roll? Well, you get to roll 2 of them now because you have advantage.
So do I keep the other one and just roll
Keep
one,
the
or
other
do
one
I
and roll
re-roll
another one and see what it says. Which one's higher?
a 5?
Okay. And it was at a
14 is
14
better.
on the dice. So
Yeah.
now add your
So that's a
damage. I mean, not your damage, your attack roll to that. So what's your bonus to
8.
attack? Okay, so yeah, you're gonna hit. That's 22.
yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Now roll your damage. Sneak attack damage with the bow.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
What'd you get?
only 9. And I don't get it. I get to add 5 though, so 14.
So you rolled. What did you roll for the bow?
9.
No, like what dice did you roll?
The 4d6.
Okay. And you rolled 9 damage for all 4 of those dice.
Yeah, it was the shittiest roll.
Okay, 9 plus 5, 14. Cool. All right. Well, that's your turn. The guard is still going to just dodge action. He's not going to be very useful in this, and he knows it. So he's just going to dodge action in the back. Veneer, take it away. Thank you for whoever's helping me out with initiative.
Veneer is going to move forward. Oh, sorry. Let me use my measuring tool. 30 feet. And he's going to use the cantrip of Firebolt.
Okay.
So he will roll to see if he hits.
To who?
Oh, sorry. He's going to go after this dude.
Okay.
That dude.
Okay.
Oof. I assume a 13 misses?
No, it actually hits. Meets it, beats it.
Oh. Wow. Okay, great. Okay, so then let's see. What am I rolling?
I think it's a 1d10.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Who's eating right now?
M.
Okay.
Mute, please.
I get to be chewing.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're so good. I just was surprised.
Really
I was
funny.
like, what's going? What's that sound?
I hate when people do that. I'm so sorry.
Yuck. I got to roll 2d10 because I was level 5. I got 5 damage. That's my turn.
Okay. Rhubarb, take it away.
Okie dokie. So has someone on our team gotten hurt?
I don't think so.
Y'all still
No,
haven't
you
taken
don't.
damage?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been missing like nobody's business.
That's fine.
Pip
Womp
plays
womp.
that on his flute. He plays the womp womp
Yeah.
noise.
Womp womp.
Okay, so I'm just gonna grab I think my attack modifier, Matthew, is a +7, so I'm gonna do that for now.
Strength plus
Strength
proficiency.
plus proficiency.
It's what?
Strength bonus plus proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Strength plus proficiency?
So it should be 3 plus whatever your strength is.
So 7, yeah.
Okay.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna hit this guy
Forgetting something.
with my great club.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. I might want to do my maul.
Your mom?
I'll do my maul.
Okay.
Your mom?
Roll me your attack roll.
My maul. Mall, Matthew. Mall. Like a shopping mall.
We're going to the mall.
Ah, ooh!
Not a shopping mall.
What'd you
Two
roll?
very different
That's
words.
not 20.
How does he die?
Okay, so I'm gonna grab my maul and just go big bonk, and it's gonna concave his head in, and like it's gonna like basically blow it up, kind of like with how like much force he got bonked. And then I'm gonna use my second attack to attack the other guy.
Please roll with
Big bonk.
advantage.
14.
He had 2
14,
HP,
so
so I'm going to
14 plus
give you that
7.
crit over to the other guy. 'Cause, I mean, he had 2. Yeah.
That
So,
works.
What'd you roll?
21.
Yeah, you'll
21 to hit.
Give me your damage.
No. 14 plus 7? Yeah, that is 21. Okay, I think it is 2d6
Plus your strength.
plus my strength. Oh, I'm not raging yet.
That's still fine.
Don't
You still
matter.
add your strength.
Oh, still plus, okay.
That's what I was gonna add to your sheet. Was
Okay.
rage and stuff.
That's 8 plus 7, that's 13? 15?
Oh my
8
god.
plus 7 is 15.
15.
Cool beans. We're going to go over to Mr. Death now. Jeez, he is visibly not happy with how much you guys are working the cultists in the room. He is going to 20-foot emanation. Okay, he's going to step up this way. Which movement speed does he get? 30.
Yo, Tango Fear.
Okay, Wood, Rook, Pip, Veneer, and Rhubarb, please give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'd love
Yes,
to.
sir.
3.
Wisdom, you said?
Okay, Rook, you're going to fail. I can tell you that right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
That's plus my
Ooh.
whiz modifier, right?
I definitely failed as well. I got a 2.
Okay.
I'm the worst.
I also rolled a 2, but I got a 3 because I add my wisdom modifier, right?
We all are very
All right, Veneer,
Yeah, we ate
please.
that.
Speed for us, please.
I got a 9.
Boo, not cool.
A 9 without, like, with modifiers added?
I only had a +2 modifier.
Okay, well, all 4 of you fail. Please take 14 damage. And
14 damage.
14. And on
Yeah.
top of that, all 4 of you now have the frightened condition, which means you have disadvantage on
Oh.
attack rolls and cannot willingly move closer to the one that just cast it.
Wait.
Thank you.
My fate ancestry, I have advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the charmed. Oh no, that's charmed condition. No, not it's feared, right?
Doesn't do a thing. Yep, it's frightened.
frightened,
Yep,
yeah.
So, okay.
And that gives us disadvantage
It
on
gives you
attack rolls?
disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and you cannot willingly move closer to the source of fear.
Who is the source? Death?
That would be the guy that
Or-
just walked up. Yeah, death.
Okay.
And that will be actually.
How
It's
much
not his
damage
turn.
did you say we took?
14. That was his
14.
bonus action. So for his actual action, he is going to attack Veneer once. Does a 20, dirty 20 hit, John?
Shield.
Really? Gonna use
What
them
is
all?
your AC, John?
Gonna use them all now, huh? All right.
Wait, what's the shield thing?
Shield adds 5 to his AC.
5 AC.
But does it only last for so long?
It only lasts for
It's a
one.
reaction.
Wait, Chandler,
Oh.
Chandler.
Yep.
But it's a level 1 spell. I have.
He has disadvantage on attack rolls because of my vicious mockery.
Oh, he does. Oh, well, don't cast shield yet then, John. Yeah, he's going to miss. I forgot about that.
I got you, Donald.
You're my boy.
That's my boy.
He'll go after Rook next. He's going to miss. And Rhubarb, and he's going to miss. Okay. Well, he did something at least. That will be the end of his turn.
He now no longer has disadvantage on
Cool.
attack rolls. It's until the end of his next
Kala,
turn
take it away.
Cast on him.
I should have just taken all my dice.
Okay, so Kala sees the frightened state of people, and she's gonna cast Calm Emotions, and that is a 60-foot range. So that's like basically everyone who was hit.
Okay. And remind me again, what does the spell do?
Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point you chose. Actually, it's 20 feet. Within a range. Yeah, I can.
You can
walk
probably, I
up
think
a
if
little
you're
bit.
up next to him, you should be able to reach everybody.
Yeah.
In melee,
The creature has immunity to the charmed and frightened conditions until the spell ends. If the creature was already charmed or frightened, those conditions are suppressed for the duration. The creature becomes indifferent about creatures of your choice that is hostile towards. This indifference ends if the target takes damage or witnesses its allies taking damage. When the spell ends, the creature's attitude returns to normal.
Okay.
And this is a choose
It
for each
is.
creature.
It is a saving throw. I know that, but you can choose to willingly fail. I'm going to assume that the 4 of you are going to choose to willingly fail that, so you can get rid of your frightened
So
condition.
because we're charming, we're being charmed.
You're
so
charmed.
This is,
Her spell is typical because on an enemy it can cause them to be charmed. You can choose to willingly fail it to get rid of the charm condition.
yeah.
I would assume that the 4 of you are going to willingly take that.
No, I'm just kidding. I fail. All right, I fail. I fail.
So you
I
cast
fail.
the point. right here. You have a 60
Good
radius.
move. That was a
20.
solid
That was
move.
a
That is
solid
20
move right
radius.
Okay, so I
Just,
can
you know,
cast
So you can
negated
cast it right
everything I
here.
did, but whatever.
and
And
then,
then, and then that will make,
yeah, I can cast it right here, and then I'll make a 20
and
foot
that will make a
radius.
20-foot radius.
That's for 90-20.
Mm,
Yeah,
do I roll?
that is correct.
Yeah.
Also, you guys are double miking again.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my. Wait, why did you roll a 20?
Hey,
Wait,
hey
why,
Chandler.
wait, why were
Hey,
you rolling?
Chandler. Hey, Chandler.
To cast it?
You don't need to cast.
Mr.
Yeah, you don't need to roll
Fantastic
the
is
Okay,
caster.
perfect.
You're good. I was like, why? What is a natural 20 for? Okay.
Oh, she wasted it.
Alright, it'll come back to me.
It'll come back.
The Mr.
Manifest
Fantastic. Kyle just did the Mr. Fantastic on you right there.
Yeah. What is that? Did you roll? Common movement is level 2. Yeah. So you just used one of those.
So whose turn? Cultist?
Yes, cultist 2. I'm going to attack on rhubarb. Does a 19 hit on you? Please tell me yes. I want to do something.
It does.
You're muted. I'm going to
Yes,
assume that's a yes.
Yeah.
Okay, please take 9 damage.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
Oh,
Damn it.
no. That's the end of its turn. Back over to Twig.
Alright, so Twig is going to use his bonus action to wild shape. And because he's had enough of this damage, he's had enough of his buddies getting hit. And he's going to use wild shape to turn into a brown bear.
Hell
And
yeah.
while
Hell
in
yeah.
form for brown bear, I have multi-attacks where I can make a bite attack and a claw attack.
Let's see it.
Hell yeah.
Who are you swinging
Give him a
at?
chomp. Give him a chomp. That's my boy. That's my boy
And
right
so
there.
I will use my movement. I'll move 10 feet, or sorry, 20 feet to move up to this guy here in the middle.
Definitely.
And I will now claw
You definitely
and bite attack.
Hell yeah.
Gotta get out my die. So I guess I gotta roll to hit. And for that, what mods do I add?
Whatever your strength bonus is. It should say on that stat block that you have what your...
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, the strength mod is 3. Sweet.
Well, it should say, like, so you're doing the bite, it should say, like, plus this to attack on bite.
Oh, I see, plus 5.
Yeah, so there you go, plus 5.
So, 17.
Yeah, you hit. What's the damage?
Damage is going to be a D8.
D8 plus 3.
That's a D10.
Pyramids ass to ass.
It's going to be 6. 6 piercing on bite.
6, okay. And that's with the plus 3?
Yep.
Cool.
Do you want to...
And then for claw, will a 23 hit?
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. Less damage coming here, though. Probably.
Dude, Twig didn't need my protection from
No,
good
he
and
didn't,
evil.
dude.
And then I do 5 from claw.
Okay. Anything else from you?
And then is the target huge or smaller in size?
That it is.
Then he will be prone.
Okay, cool beans.
Dude, that's a hell yeah, brother
That
moment.
is a
Brown
fat
bear
hell yeah,
is
brother.
OP.
All right.
It's all out of bubble gum.
All right, back to
all
me.
out of bubblegum.
But I got plenty of ass.
Hey, yo.
Bear.
How's Mr. Boy looking right there? Whoa, who was that? Chandler. I saw that. What was that? Chandler.
What?
I need some explaining.
There's
I saw
nothing
that.
there, dude. I don't know
I
where
saw
are you
that.
talking
I was
about.
not paying attention.
All right. I'm sick of your shit. All
Wait,
right.
why is it dark over there now?
Chandler.
Because your vision moves, Shaylee.
Chandler. You gotta be kidding me, dude.
You're up there.
Is there someone there?
I'm still over here, so I can see.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who
dude.
knows?
Can I make a check to see if someone's there?
Sure.
Where's your character right here?
What's the check?
I don't know. Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Perception check?
Sure.
Gaslight.
Dirty 20.
Nothing there, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Chandler, I don't have any detect magic. Oh, I do have detect magic. But will that detect him? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to detect magic.
Read me the thing for the spell there.
Actually, it might not work because I don't know the wording for detect magic.
I've muted.
Okay, detect magic. During the duration, you sense the presence of magical effects within 30 feet of you. If you sense such effects, you can take the magic action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears the magic. And if an effect was created by a spell, you learn the spell's school of magic.
It's only 30 feet. It's not worth it.
The thing is,
that's only 30 feet.
do I have a pointer? Do I get a little pointer? It was like right here.
Oh, in that case, yeah.
I guess I will move just to be safe. I will move right there, just to give me a little more distance, and I will detect magic.
Okay. So you what?
You're gonna spend your action roll on this? Okay, that's fine. That was very accusatory. Did not need that.
This is my action.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't detect anything.
Chandler, I swear if you're just putting things on the map to mess with us, I am going to crash out.
You don't detect anything, dude. I'm telling you right now, there's nothing there. I don't know what you're talking about.
You do know what I'm talking about.
Gaslight.
He does know what I'm talking about. He does know what I'm talking about. I did a check, so that's my bonus action. Yeah, that's my turn. Wait, can I upcast detect magic? No, I can't.
No.
Okay, that is my turn.
I'm sorry. Can I assume that Elric is still useless?
Yeah. He's still doing his blast thing.
We're gonna go right here, and we're gonna take a little swing at both of them. So Rook is going to first swing at cultist number 2 with a nice little pretty 24.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna hit. Sorry, yeah, you're gonna hit. I was messing with something. You're gonna hit.
And if you would please take 12 damage.
And remind me again, you're doing the top one or the bottom one?
Who?
I'm hitting cultist number 2.
Cultist number 2. Okay. And how much damage?
12 damage.
Okay. He's looking pretty
That's
rough.
my guy.
I just wanted to hit him, sorry. And then I'm gonna hit the other one with my second attack.
Okay.
18.
It hits.
8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Cool beans.
For sake of flavor, that was like when you got the yo-yo and you do the back and forth. It was like a.
I like it. Okay. Who's next?
Sabine.
That would be Sabine.
Sabine.
I would say again, I would do the
It's not Sabin.
Sabin. I would say you do the same thing. You're far enough out of range. Well, I guess you could get. You could do piercing. You could do sneak attack damage if you get within 5 feet of your teammates. That's the only other thing you could do.
No.
Actually, no. It's within. If they're within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So isn't it with the enemies within 5 feet?
It's with enemies within 5 feet of a teammate. So you could just roll for it. You wouldn't get advantage, but you could still do your sneak attack. So the other option is to just still steady aim to get the advantage, guarantee the advantage, and do sneak attack no matter what.
You're speaking another language. Please tell me what to
Unless
do.
somebody else is playing. I'm terrible explaining.
Two options. Okay, 2 options. You can either just go for it, meaning you roll 1 dice, not your sneak attack damage, but your 1d20 to see if you hit. That's if you just decide to take the chance. Your other option.
I'd rather not do that.
Okay, if you want to be more likely to hit, you can steady aim, which gives you advantage. You won't be able to move because that takes away your movement, but you'll have advantage on your d20 roll. As long as you hit, then you can do your sneak attack damage and all that good stuff.
Okay, I'll do the steady aim situation.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I get to roll 2.
Roll 2.
Okay. And it's plus the 8, right, Chan?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Then 20.
Yeah, you're hit. What's your damage?
Okay, so it would be my sneak attack bow, which is 4d6, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
$22.
22 damage. Yeah. How does it die?
I wanted to kill it.
Sorry. I shot an arrow through its eye.
Oh, golly goodness gracious. That's fair.
Nice.
Okay. He flops over dead. Cool beans. On to guard who's still dodging. Veneer, take it away. This guy's dead.
It might be beneficial to take him alive. If you're planning on swinging on this guy right in... Oh, wait, no, he's dead. Wait, yeah,
Yeah,
it might be
he's dead.
beneficial to take someone alive.
We're not done here. We're going through that door looking for the people who ran.
You're right.
I'd rather take them alive.
Yeah, but I feel like we have better odds because we
that's
know
true.
what's in front of us right now. We don't know what's coming next, you know? It's
Like,
up to you. It's up to
Do
you.
you want to give this dude to Elric and the guard?
That's a possibility, yeah. I'm just saying we know that we can take this guy alive.
All right, I'll
We
say
don't-
non-lethal. I'll say
we don't know
non-lethal
what's coming
damage. Okay. I'm gonna cast Sorceress Burst non-lethal on Cultist 2.
Okay.
Did you guys yell that out for Rhubarb to hear, or were we just metagaming? Because Rhubarb is in full understanding that we're killing these people.
Yeah, we'll shout that out.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit? I'm pretty sure it does.
Yes, it does. Give me your
Yeah.
damage. What's your... Do you have a modifier to set damage?
No, Sorceress Burst.
What do you roll? Just tell me what you roll. Just tell me what, like...
2d8.
Okay, he's dead.
2d8.
Yeah, he's dead. If you rolled ones on each of the
No,
dice, he's dead.
he's non-lethally dead.
Oh, well, he's not dead.
Yeah,
I guess
I
you
said
drop him the
non-lethal.
1 HP and he is not doing good.
Incapacitated.
Yeah. I don't think it's actually...
all right.
Yeah, it's incapacitated. It's not unconscious. It's incapacitated. Yeah. So, okay. Combat's over. Tell me how you guys proceed.
I immediately run up to him and I bind him.
I'm gonna turn to Elric and his guard and say, pretty similar to what Pip has done with your other guard. Very important that we get some information here. We need to understand where these fanatics are coming from. Please take him to whoever you think is going to be best at extracting information.
No,
I'm not
I
saying
can
you need to
extract
break
information.
your...
I can extract information from him. That's kind of my specialty.
While
But I
he's
don't-
unconscious?
Well, when he's awake.
He's awake. He's incapacitated, not unconscious.
Okay.
I can extract information from him. However, my next question is, do we want to do that right now, or do we
We don't
want
have
to
time.
take- Yeah, I was about to say, do we want to take care of what's in the next room and then come back to him?
Dylan, Rook is gonna like whistle and wave at you as if like getting your attention, and then he just says, "I'm following them," and just starts walking towards the door.
Okay.
Rook doesn't mess around.
Pip will point to...
Literally, he's named Rook after like the
Yeah.
chess piece that only moves in straight lines.
Pip will point to Elric and the guard, and I'll say, you two need to take him back to town and put him somewhere where he cannot escape. Chandler, why are you smiling?
I don't think that's a good idea.
There's a thing! I saw it! I saw it!
Chandler, you sly dog, if you don't tell me what's going on... Okay, so here's my question about what's going on, Chandler. Obviously, something's happening. Something's happening. We are seeing this on the game board. Is there any chance that our players or our characters are seeing this? Did we see? When I called it out when we were in combat earlier? Did Pip see something? Did he actually see something, or did Dylan just see something?
Pip saw something.
What did it look like?
I wasn't.
What did it
crazy
look like?
when
What did it look like?
flipped him
What did I
around at
see?
the
What did
doors
Pip
to show him
see?
at the doors?
What did Pip see?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, but the ritualist
Cameron?
said that this is Shaylee speaking. Ritualist said that there was a door there, so whoever clipped through the door, Matthew, might be on our side.
Well, I don't know.
17. I rolled a 17. What did I see?
I got a. Is that a 7 or a nat 1? That's a 7.
all roll?
Okay, ooh, that scared me.
Only those that saw it, and I think Dylan and
Dirty 10.
I'd say I'm gonna message you, Rook. Everybody else continue.
Dang it. Okay,
I
would
want a
point-
secret message.
I want Elric. I want Elric and the guard to take back this guy to town and put him somewhere where no one can talk to him until we return.
Elric's gonna
Can we
say, "I'm
trust
not
Elric?
leaving. I'm not going back down that hill by myself. I'm not sending him back down the hill by himself."
You're not going, but
We're-
you're not going by yourself. The both of you are going.
And I'm telling you, the two of us are not going down there. After what we've seen right here, there's a problem here, and I need to know the priest. Okay, we're not leaving.
Okay, then you're staying here.
We'll keep him here. We'll stay out of the way, but
You-
we're not leaving out that door. Whatever's going on here
Okay,
is bigger than us, and we're not leaving.
I need you to go. I need you to take him and hide somewhere in this room.
Okay.
There are these statues over there in that corner. Whatever. I need you guys to hide and to stay quiet.
I'd say that they go hide behind the statues.
Can I turn to them as they're moving and say, so you're worried that there is more priests of Ilmater left in this temple? Do you know exactly how many there should be left?
There was anywhere from
Because we saw a bunch of corpses.
There was anywhere from 20 to 30 individuals living here at a time, and we saw maybe 10, 11 there, and there's got to be more here.
So you think there's at least like 15 to 20 more?
Yeah, there could be anywhere from
still in the
5 to
temple.
20 here. Yeah, it's. Go ahead, Shelly.
Did we already check the room to make sure it was secured, or is there another exit in this big foyer place?
Thank you for pointing that
As
out.
far as
Shayla.
I know, nobody checked the rest of the room.
Okay,
Okay,
Rhubarb's
we're
gonna do that
checking
real
the
quick.
room. Yeah, Rhubarb. I think that's a great
Everybody
idea.
pause. He has to send me the secret message.
I'm sending you a message right now.
Because there's a door here, I think.
I can't move. I can't move the initiative tracker. I can't see. Oh, there we go. Yeah,
Just kidding, there's not a door.
There's potentially
Is that a
another
door?
door. Well, it's an opening in the wall, I would say.
Yeah.
Um,
Because if we're gonna have people locking down here, we should probably have the room secured before we leave them.
yeah. Party split up.
That's a
Rook's
big
going- Rook
no-no,
only-
Emily and
Rook is going
Melanie.
through the door.
Big
Wait,
no-no.
where-
We are not
How
putting
did
it
Twig
out.
get all the way up there?
Twig's right there.
Twig, get back here.
Wait a
Wait
minute.
Why am I seeing it all the way in the other room? Okay, never mind. That was weird. Okay. I don't know if everybody could see full vision there for a second, but it made it look like everybody could. Okay, so
Are we
there's
putting
a...
it up or no?
No, never.
Yeah,
do
there's
that.
nothing over there. You can tell there's not a door there or anything like that.
There's no door.
No door,
Promise?
no nothing. I promise.
Promise. Do I have to do
Then
a
why
roll?
is there? If there's no brick on the. If there's missing. I don't believe that.
Well, so, as someone who's done a lot of these maps, sometimes you just get them off the internet and you don't want a door there, and so the door might be drawn there.
I will
There's not a
100%.
door.
I will 100% admit I did draw a door there and then changed my mind. So we'll just say it's a wall.
I was about to say, knowing Chandler, he hyperfixated on this too much to not draw his own map. So, okay, so I will follow Rook and go into the other room.
I will also follow.
Okay.
Let me.
I will too, but I also want to ask if anyone needs to be healed before we move on.
Yeah, you might need some.
You're double miking.
I was
that?
you're double miking, but yeah, I
Both
would.
your mics are on.
I think somebody got hit there, didn't they?
Who was the 3 that took damage? It was me. It was Pip.
Took
It
damage, but
was.
I'm not terribly upset about it.
Yeah, it was 14. Like,
You can do a
Oh,
cure
yeah.
wounds on me.
I'm
I
chilling
see
right
what I
now.
have.
You need to be healed, Anybody
You're
else?
just gonna keep going. You
I'm
took
at
damage.
39.
You're not gonna ask.
I'm fine, actually. I'm at 39.
Everyone's good?
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's save the healing spells.
So you proceed into the next room, I assume, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Wait, question about the map. Can I can only see like Rhubarb's name right now? Is that because he's clicked on it, or how can I
Because
see everybody's
You
name?
have to go back to where they. Oh, you can only if it's clicked on. Yeah, you'd have to know by token. Is that what you're saying?
okay.
Yeah, you'd have to.
I
do something.
see somebody. I
So you
see
said a black
somebody.
wall
How do I-
on the left there?
Yeah, that's half a wall on the left. There's
Okay.
I would say you can see that section right there is a broken down wall. It should be a room
There's
that's
a cage.
separated. However, it has been broken down to where you can see into the next room.
Rook is going through the wall.
That's fair. Would
It
everybody please? How close is everybody to
What's-
Rook? I would say, does everybody follow Rook or does everybody back up?
No, what's this?
I am
I want
probably
to
right
follow
there.
What's this?
It's a door.
The door.
I'm gonna try to open the door. I'm gonna try the handle.
Okay. Who followed Rook into the other room? Just so I know.
I didn't follow Rook into the room, but I am at the near the precipice.
Jared, Melody, Emily, Matthew, please roll me initiative.
Oh,
Veneer,
wait.
did you go in with?
I can see people, but I'm not in initiative.
I would.
Told you
Well, if
that
you're
when you
close
come
enough
back
that you
to
can
me.
see people, I'd
Hey.
say that yeah. So Dylan and John,
Well,
please roll me
yeah.
initiative as well.
Like
Rhubarb, you're
I
the
can
only
see
one that does
everyone
not.
right here.
While the
I
rest
can see
of
everyone right
you-
here, and I can see this guy.
While the rest of you are rolling
18.
me initiative, Rhubarb, please roll me an investigation check. Well, I guess you just checked the door. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I just tried the door.
Sure, I'll let you open it. It's
I'm
it's
putting my
unlocked.
new initiative down.
I also adjusted my own initiative.
I adjusted
Where do
mine.
you? Where are you putting that?
Four crossed swords in the top left of the screen.
Oh wait, you said we
Oh.
had 200 gold right now?
Yeah,
Let
you
me
do.
put that in my character chart.
Cool.
Matthew, did you put a thing in here for that?
Inventory? No, I didn't put any of your inventory in there. It's on your character info though.
I put my new initiative in the map too. And then question about wild shape. Would that ended when we left combat,
No,
or would
I
I
don't
still be
believe
a
so.
bear?
I think you basically have to choose when you leave. So I'd
Yeah,
say you're
why
still a
not?
bear unless you choose otherwise. And did you take your temp HP that you get from wild shaping?
Yes.
It's 5 times his level, right, John? Or 3 times?
5
his
times
level?
3.
3 times his level.
It's
So yeah, so you should have 15 temp HP on top of your regular health.
sweet. So then, because the regular health for the
Okey
brown bear is 3d10 plus 6.
You do not add the health on top of it.
Yeah.
So,
So
Jared, you stay in that form a number of hours equal to half your druid level. So
Yeah, you're plenty good.
2 hours.
And Jared, as far as HP works with wild shaping, all you get when you wild shape is you keep your standard HP, but you do add the temp HP on
but-
top of it.
All right, see, so then I've got 26 plus my temporary.
Plus your
so
10,
I'll
15,
have-
yep.
So 41, that's 6.
So, yep.
Perfect.
And at any point, if you're... So, temp HP always goes first. And if at any point you're out of it, you could unwild shape and rewild shape to add that temp HP back again. Anytime you wild shape, you
Okay.
add 15. However, temp HP cannot stack. So you will always take whatever the higher option is. So if you've got 7 left and you wild shape again, you go to 15. Okay, let's add me some initiatives here. Head cultist. Go back. I just saw your message there, Matthew. You're not getting more, but I do appreciate the desire.
I still have that bardic inspiration, right?
Yes, you should.
Sweet.
Okay, cultists. I'm just gonna say all the cultists go flat at the same time.
That's probably best, yeah.
Yeah, I did them all separate last time, and that just was not the best move. So we're just gonna say that they all get the same ones. 16. See, my armors get the same. They get
Sorry.
12. 12, and we'll say this guy's on his own, so he gets 17 plus 2, so 19. Oh, they were really well.
Rhubarb was not logged in and
Which
just saw a
means I'm gonna
door,
roll like
opened the door,
crap.
and has not realized what's going on. Y'all
Yeah,
are gonna
so
have to
I was gonna
yell
say, so
for
tell
her.
me about Rhubarb. What's Rhubarb doing in that room?
Okay, yeah. Rhubarb tries the door.
Do
sees
you?
that it's
I don't
unlocked,
think
is
the
like,
rest of them can
unlock
see what
door.
you see. You might want to describe what you see.
Okay, I walked in. I see 2 chests that are closed, and I see a massive chest with gold in it. So, I see some barrels and crates of fishes.
Nice.
It's not our task to obtain gold. We get paid from the king. It's not our
Okay,
money to take.
Can I try opening this chest over here?
Still gold church.
I'm nosy. I want to see what's in the thing.
I will say that when you open it, you find 300 gold pieces in it.
Damn.
It's not ours to take.
Hey,
Can
you're not
I
there.
try this one?
You're not there.
You find 450 gold pieces in that one.
You're not there.
Luckily, Rhubarb does have a heart of gold, so she doesn't need any. And she already does have a lot. She just was nosy and wanted to see it.
Okay.
Yeah. What type of weapons are these?
I would say that you can tell that they are weapons from the cultists, and they appear to be enchanted.
Go.
Can I take one of those?
Sure.
Yoink!
Add
Give
plus.
that to Sabine.
I'd say
Or
add +1 to whatever your standard attack roll is, and +1 to your standard damage.
Okay. Is that what all of these do, or?
I would say that the rest of them are not weapons that the rest of the group would carry. You do find one for you,
Okay.
but the rest of them are weapons
So,
that are not standard.
Is
for
it
the
a
rest of you.
sword or like a club?
Whatever you
or
would
what
like
is
it to be, I will allow that.
Perfect.
So whatever is easiest for you. Okay, for those of you that are in initiative, wood. We start with this guy. Okay. That's going to be Rook does a 15 plus 9. There's a 15 plus 9 hit. So that's going to be 24.
Yeah.
Would you please take so that's 10, that's going to be 14, so 24 damage.
I have 5 health left.
Cleric, welcome to the chat. He is... Wow, damn it. He rolled a nat 1 for his other one. I'll say with that other roll, he hit his own guy in front of him on accident. So he's going to do the same thing. Oh, shit. Why did I have to roll so good on that? That's 30 damage. Holy shit. Okay, well, which one is that?
Hey, Chandler, that's a womp womp.
That is a fat womp womp, dude. Okay, well, the next one's going at, that would
Cultist
be...
2.
Yeah, Cultist 2 took 30 damage there. Next one's heading straight for the back for our sorcerer friend. Veneer does a 22 hit.
I'm gonna use a luck point to give him disadvantage.
You're a punk. Does a 15 hit?
No, it does not.
Punk. Okay.
I know.
That's the end of his turn. We're gonna go over to the next guy. Wood. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Sabine, Rook, Kala, Twig, Veneer, and Pip. Would all of you please give me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, we're about to get fireballed.
When do you want me to join
We just roll a
initiative?
20, right?
John?
24.
I'm going to highly
24.
suggest that this might be a counterspell type of moment, if you can do that.
24. I rolled a 24.
Yeah, I think I'll counterspell.
That's
that sounds like
fair.
a great idea.
What is your DC? Because you
I thought
still have... Hold up, 1 second. John, you still have innate sorcery, right?
Yes, I do.
What is your DC then?
16.
Yeah, he fails. So, yeah, he does not cast Fireball, actually.
I got a 2 on that save.
Yeah, you just saved your team. I'm not going to lie, dude. He cast
When do you
it
want
at-
Rhubarb to join
What would have
initiative?
the damage been? What would the damage have been?
I didn't roll the damage yet, but he does cast it at a 6th level, I'm pretty sure. So it's 11d6. So that would have hurt me.
Y'all would
bad.
have died.
If it means anything, I would have only taken half damage.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay, that's the end of his turn. He can't do anything else. Sabine, on to you. I will say right now, you guys can tell the two individuals to your left and right are not people. They look like armor that has all of a sudden started walking.
Good old animated armor.
Oh.
What about the one to our right? Who's that?
The one to your right? Yeah, so the one to your left. Sorry, I guess to the top and the bottom. Those two would look like armor.
This one.
Yeah.
And this one.
Okay. So I can't reach him with a sword, though, right?
You should be able to. You have a 30-foot range. So you should be able to walk 30 feet up to him.
And that's not like a bonus action?
Doesn't cost an action. You just have standard movement.
Okay, I'd like to do that.
Okay, roll me your attack roll. I know you get advantage because you're an assassin. And he has not taken his turn yet. Yeah, whenever you walk in, Rhubarb, is when you participate. If you want to roll me your initiative and add it to the chart, that would be fantastic.
Uh-oh, I didn't roll very well.
What was your highest roll?
A 7, so it's 12 including my advantage.
Don't you have a +8 to attack rolls?
Oh yeah, you're right. So 15.
15. Yeah, I believe you'll hit with a 15. Nope, actually you miss.
Oh wait, no, I
Okay.
remember now.
Yeah.
I bet you,
That's
I bet
awesome.
you AC 16.
No, yeah, you missed. Never mind. Okay. That's the end of your turn. Well, I guess you can use your bonus action to still swing your dagger if you'd like to do that.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, roll me, and you still have advantage because they haven't taken their turn yet.
Initiative is plus dex, Shaylee.
Oh, thank you. I got a 27.
27, so yeah, you'll hit. So roll me your 1d4 plus 3d6. It's your sneak attack with dagger. Whatever. It should say on your page what that is.
Yeah, 1d4 plus 36. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 8 plus 10 is 18.
18. Cool beans. All right. On to Rook. Take it away.
Rook's gonna go big boy.
Oh,
He's
big-
gonna go big boy.
big boy time?
So what we're gonna do is, he is currently wearing his dreadnought armor. So he's going to, as a bonus action, use giant stature to increase to large size, and then as his action, he's going to cast enlarge reduce upon himself, and grow to gigantic or to huge size.
Oh, I can't
May
do
I
that.
please increase my size of my? Oh, I can do it. Big boy.
I need a big boy. I need a big boy.
And what do you have now for
Big
range? Isn't it like
Not-
20 feet or something like that?
You went from a dwarf to a giant?
I just increased to huge size. Yes, I'm that good.
So you're how big of size? 20 feet?
I am huge.
Which I believe is
I think
15 or 20.
Let me look.
Because standard is
I
5, giant is giant, right? Is the next one, or large is the next one. So it's 5 to 10 to 15. So you should be at least 15.
So in that case, bink.
Holy shit!
So everybody should be able to run through him, right?
Everybody
past
can
him?
run around him. Yeah. They
Big
can't
boy.
run through him. And you now increase your
Unless you're a
range by
halfling?
5 for each time you increase size. So I
Unless
believe
you're
your
a halfling.
standard range was 10, so you now have a range of 20 feet.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Don't forget to look.
I
Okay.
can attack, but Rook is gonna look back as he gets really big. He's gonna look back at Kala, and he's oh gosh, my brain just fuzzed for a second. He's gonna look back at Kala and sign help,
Okay.
and then that's the end of his turn.
Yeah, sweet. Kala, your turn.
Kala's gonna run forward and she's gonna cast Healing Word.
I would do Cure Wounds.
On
Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds. I would do that then. She could cast Cure Wounds. Actually, she changed her mind at the last second. She's like,
Cure Wounds is touch and does more. Healing Word is range and will do less.
That's good to know.
But Healing Word is a bonus action.
It is a bonus
you could
action.
technically do both.
No, you cannot, because you
Technically, I
cannot
could do
cast 2 spells with spell level slots in one turn.
Really? I didn't know
Okay.
that.
Yep.
BG3 lied to me.
Yeah, BG3
So,
changes
do I
its
roll?
rules and allows you to do both. D&D says.
It's a
2d8. Yep.
2d8.
No, just kidding. No, that's a d6. Here. D8 ass pyramid.
Love that, love that.
And you're gonna roll 2 of them at the same time.
Yeah, like, find the other one. There we go.
And I'm being a nice guy because it's
8
first
and then
session.
3.
I'm being a nice guy because it's first session. I will not help pass this, but as a life cleric, you also add 2 plus the spell level slot on top of that.
Okay, what spell level slot is this? Which slot did you use?
You can upcast to add more
So,
dice
We
to.
do 2.
Okay, so you did 2. So roll another D. Roll 2 more D8s. That's 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. And then 8 plus 4 is 12. 11 and 12 is 1, 2, 3.
Plus 2 plus the spell slot, which would be 4 more.
Plus 2.
Plus 4 more. So,
Yeah.
27?
Sure.
27.
27 HP.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
very
then
much.
use the
Thank you.
Yeah.
level 2 spot.
He's feeling a lot better now.
Yay!
Okay, Cultist 2 is going to take his turn. He is going to shoot at Kala because you just healed. Does a 16 hit?
No.
Oh, son of a gun, dude.
Nope.
And back to this crap.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
Barely.
Let's go. It's not much damage.
Let's
if it makes
not
you feel any
go.
better. Especially when I roll like that. Please take 4 damage. Oh, wait, hold up.
Oh.
Hold up. Never mind. Take 14 damage.
So, put
He'll shoot the other one
damage
at our big old friend, and he's going to miss.
and HP, and then right above the roll HP.
Okay.
Down to
You notice
down, a little bit, down.
at the back of the group runs up Elric and his guard.
Elric.
He runs up
You're not
and
supposed to be here, Elric.
he runs up and says he is covered in blood, like covered in blood.
Oh,
And
come
I don't
on.
trust
He
Elric.
says we were dragging him
Maybe.
over to the statue, and he proceeded to reach over and pull a knife off of my side, off the dagger from my side, and slit his own throat as we were walking over.
Wasn't he tied though?
I
said
don't
he
know
was
how
bound.
he got loose, pulled his knife out,
Oh.
slit his
Well,
own
he
throat.
could still do that if he was bound. Like, if his hands are like this, he can still grab something.
That's true. How did you guys tie him?
I guess I didn't
The
specify.
assassin rogue would definitely know that.
She's like, "Y'all suck at your job."
Like,
I
I
said we
didn't-
shouldn't keep him alive, so
I didn't specify.
He
So-
will cast, however, he is now in the group, so he will now cast Bless on Veneer, on Rook, and on Rhubarb. Rhubarb's too far back. He's going to cast the last one
Okay.
on Pip. I take that back.
That's-
So you all get a 1d4 to your attack rolls. The guard, though not experienced in the ways of Ilmater, does have some healing capabilities. He will send a healing word towards Dylan. And I will get that back to you in a second here. I'll just go ahead and take the next one till we get to Pip. Armor 2 is going to swing at Emily. Does a 16 hit.
Nope.
The other armor is going to walk up to. You're supposed to be right there. He's going to walk up to Kala, and he's going to swing, and he's not going to hit. So, there's those. Pip, onto you, and then I'm going to get you your healing word right now while he's doing that.
Hey,
Sucks to
Chandler,
suck is what
I do have a question.
Fire away.
For the command spell, can I use a one-word command other than what is listed on the spell?
I would allow it.
Okay.
Tell me what you're going to do first, and then I'll tell you if I'll let it happen.
I want to command this guy. I don't know if you can see my pointer.
Yep, I can see your pointer. Okay.
I want to point at him with one hand, and then point in the direction of the cage here. I would assume it's locked.
Okay.
And I want to command him to unlock.
Okay. Go ahead and what's your DC?
DC is a 15.
And it's a wisdom save?
Or sorry, charisma. Wait, no, it is wisdom. It is
well,
wisdom.
It shouldn't matter on your DC. Your DC is whatever your charisma modifier is. But his is a wisdom saving throw, right? He's going to pass. I can tell you right now, he's going to pass.
Dang it.
He rolled 18, he has a +7, so.
+7?
+7 to wisdom saving throws?
Sorry, friend. He's good.
He's the one who you dropped a fireball, or tried to, right?
Yes. That's Mr. Fireball.
I figured that he had some high whiz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's a wizard.
He's a wizard.
Yeah.
Anything else from you, Pip? And Matt, please take 5 HP.
Me?
Yes. From your healing word from your guard.
Oh, I thought he was giving that to Pip.
No, he's giving it to you, friend.
Yay!
And then Twig, you're coming up here in a second. Let's see this bear get to work. Anything else, Dylan?
I'm moving. I moved. I believe that's it for what I can do.
Sweet. Twig,
yeah,
take it away.
All right, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run in here up to this suit of armor.
Okay.
Top suit of armor.
Okay.
And do multi-attack with a slash and a bite and a claw.
Okay, just go ahead and roll me both of your attack dice.
15.
Plus what?
That's just it. 10 plus 5.
Oh, it's 10 plus. Okay, so you miss one.
Miss one. I'm gonna miss the second one too.
Yep. Well, you missed both. That's the end of Twig's turn. Veneer, take it away.
Okay, and he moved up. Yeah, he did. Okay, I'm going to cast command, grovel.
Okay.
To is it the armor? Whoever's next to Sabine and Twig.
Yeah, the armor.
Yeah.
What's your DC again? 16, right?
16. Yep.
You rolled a nat 20.
Bruh.
Okay, that's fine. Then I'm going to quicken spell.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Sorceress Burst on that same armor.
Okay.
Does a... Ooh, yeah, that definitely hits. I assume let's see. Assume a 28 hits?
Yeah, it does. 100% it does.
Okay. That will be 2d8. Ah, yes, and I got an 8 on one of them, which means I get to keep rolling. That's 15. 21.
How does it die?
Let's say. I was gonna say lightning damage. So I'll say a ball of lightning kind of hits him, and you see a lot of electricity just crackling across the metal, and it collapses to the ground.
Fair enough. All right. Rhubarb, take it away.
Okay, Rhubarb is gonna hear. Are you muted?
Yeah, she's
You're
muted.
good now.
Okay, I was just hearing myself back for some reason. Rhubarb is gonna see everything that's happening and like hear all the issues and be like, hell no, not my friends. Gonna rage as a bonus action. How many bonus actions do I have?
1.
1 per turn.
Dude.
You could still, if you're gonna dash, you could just standard action dash.
Yeah, but I was gonna use Adrenaline Rush, and I was gonna dash as a bonus action and then do boom boom with 2 hits. It's okay.
You could
I'll
still
rage.
dash for.
Swing on this other armorer.
I don't think
Who's next to
I don't
our-
think she'll reach.
next to our
I think
cleric?
that's what she's saying.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can totally. Okay, so we'll rage.
Really? Not quite.
Well, how much is your?
I can
movement
definitely hit it.
I was gonna say if you've got movement speed of
45.
40, yeah, you're good. You're good. Never mind.
Yeah. We're gonna. Oh. Let me put stuff on so I can see what's going on. I'm gonna run up. Is this whole wall gone?
Yes, that whole wall is gone. You're good to stand next to him.
Okay. Then we're gonna run up here. While I'm raging, also, I want to clarify I am doing a wolf rage.
Cool.
So allies that have advantage will have advantage on enemies within 5 feet of me. So if an enemy is within 5 feet of me, everybody will have advantage on that attack.
Okay.
On that enemy.
Wolf girl.
Straight up.
Wolf girl.
All right. Do your damage.
That's great first.
Well, I guess do your attacks first.
So let me do my attack first. And I have a +1 on attack, right? I'm gonna use my maul. Whoops. Oh, that's a nat 20, baby.
Alrighty. Give me my damage.
Okay, so let me pull this out. I think it's 2d6, so that makes it 4d6.
Correct.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Plus your strength mod, plus your proficiency, plus
4.
1.
And I have. Don't I have something nice?
If she's proficient with the weapon.
I am, which will.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry. No, never mind. I was thinking of Great Weapons Master. Ignore me.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So
You're right.
4d6 plus my attacks, plus my strength,
Plus
which is
the plus
a +1 as well
Mhm.
because of the damage.
Mhm.
And plus your rage damage too.
Yeah, plus your
And
rage
plus my
damage.
rage damage, which is 2. So. Oh, that's so much math I have to. Okay, hold on.
Just give me numbers, Shaylee. I'll do your math.
Okay, 5, 10. That's 15 normal damage, plus my rage, which is 2, plus my attack, which is 8. Was there anything else?
So 17 plus 8, right?
So it's 25 plus the 1 extra, so 26.
26 damage.
26 damage.
How does it die?
So, Rhubarb, I just go barreling in, and I'm like, "Don't touch my friends!" And then I'm gonna like use the maul and just like completely smash in its head. And I'm assuming it's enchanted armor, and so it just kind of like the helmet like a baseball like just goes boom like across the room, and like the chest piece is like all kind of like fall down towards that, following the momentum.
Fair enough. All right. It's dead. Now what else are you gonna do? Because you do still have another attack. I don't know if you can reach anything though, but.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Do you have any kind of range?
I used my 45.
You already
I don't
used
have.
it, then, yeah.
Yeah, I already used all my movement. Who's around here?
Do you have any kind of range attack?
I do not.
Okay, so then I'd say at that point it's probably the end of your turn.
Okay.
Cool. We're over to the head cultist. He is going to shoot at. He's gonna go for veneer.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit, Sean?
I'll use shield.
You're a bitch for that one. He's gonna go again. He's not happy about it. Does a 24
Fair.
hit? Yes or no?
I get really nervous about accepting damage. From the head cultist?
Does a 24 hit?
Sure.
With shield, it does?
Yeah, I that bumps it up to 23.
Okay, well, yeah, he's still going to take damage then. 40, 12. Please take 18, 27,
Oh, I know.
30 damage. 3-0. His final attack will miss. We go
That's
over.
exactly why I'm scared of taking damage.
We're gonna go over to our other friend over here, who will. Where's he at? There he is. He is going to shoot a scorching ray, and he'll do 5 beams. He's gonna put 3 on Rook and 2 on Rhubarb. Rook does spellcasting. It's +7. He's gonna does a 17 hit.
Nope.
Okay, well he'll hit once then. To our cleric friend, does a dirty 20 does hit, right? Does a 17 hit?
No.
Okay, each of you will take 1 ray then. And
Which
that
is
is
how much?
going to be 2d6. So take 10, Matt, and then take 9, Kala. Melody. Cool. Sabine, back over to you.
Go to the top bar, like the functional bar.
Okay, would it be unwise of me to move over here?
Wow. Ask your group.
You could, but you're not going to get close enough to be able to do sneak attack. If you do your bonus action steady aim, that gives you advantage, you lose all of your movement.
You could
So if
also
you move,
try
you
to
can't
unlock-
do that bonus action.
You could try to unlock the cage and get us maybe some help, or maybe at least some extra healers. Hopefully.
That's also fair.
She can't. Well, unless she dashes, she can't reach.
She can
Even if
dash
she
as
dashes-
a bonus action, though. And pick a lock as an action. Yeah, I'd say you could reach with 60 feet. And I think you actually have 35 feet standard, so you would get 70 feet.
Okay.
So give me a sleight of hand check.
I just roll a 20 for that.
Roll a 20, add your sleight of hand bonus, which is under dex.
I got a 25.
Yeah, you unlock the door. You now enters 5 priests. They are looking pretty rough in shape. But as soon as they enter, they're full of the wrath of both their own and the wrath of Ilmater. They're going to cast 5 things of guiding bolt. 1 to each member of the group, and they will cast.
As
What's that?
the Wrath of Ilmater, is that legal?
It's legal.
It's true. It exists.
It exists.
I did my research.
There are paladins of Ilmater.
Okay.
It doesn't happen often, but it happens.
But it does happen.
Dylan, your noise was so loud, I thought it was some sound effect someone had just played. Because you were like, pause.
Pause.
They will cast
like,
each
oh
of
my
them
gosh.
at a 3rd level.
Okay,
They will
okay.
each do 66 damage to each of the individuals around them. They're going to roll each of their die. We're going to say 1 miss and 4 hits. So they
2 red miss, blue miss.
4 hits. Actually, one of them rolled a crit. So
Yeah, that's funny.
oh my gosh, I don't even have that many dice. Give me a second. That's 10. That's 11. That's 5. So that would be 26 plus 36 plus 46. Damn! Gina, 49. Crits are ridiculous, dude. Okay, 49 damage to that guy. Okay, now let's go back to this. Actually, I'm just going to use the D&D dice roller. I don't know why the hell I'm doing this to myself. I do have it up just in case I needed it. Okay, 25 damage.
You better not kill these guys. I want to hit things while I'm big.
That's fair.
You could kill them if you wanted to.
12 damage.
I want to hit things while I'm big.
25
I don't want to die.
damage.
Don, what's your HP at?
You have 1 HP left? Ooh.
When you started saying 30, I panicked because I had 31, 31 health points.
That's funny. You know what? I just realized I rolled the dice short.
Kala, your turn is coming up.
4. Yeah, get ready for your turn. So
Yeah.
Kala, so they took their turns. We're over to Rook. Get ready. Rook, do your thing.
Wait, question. Are you allowed to like share your health points among your
Oh,
teammates?
100%.
I think it's really in the end up to DM.
It's a DM thing. I'll allow it.
Okay, well, I have a lot left. I haven't even been touched. Am I allowed to give him some?
No, you cannot
I wish.
give
You're
health
very
to somebody
kind.
else. You're very kind.
Alas,
No.
you cannot.
Matt, why do you look like you're having issues over there?
I was very surprised. I'm like, how would you share hit points?
Oh, no, share. I thought you were saying, like, share, like, what you're at. I misunderstood.
Oh, no, that's not.
I totally misunderstood.
No, yeah.
He was asking if
She
I was
meant
like,
yeah, you
literally
can
share.
No,
That's why
no,
that's
sorry.
really funny.
No, you cannot give to somebody else. Yeah, I thought you were saying, like, can I share what I'm at? And I was like, yeah, go ahead.
That's what I was. That's
Yeah,
what I was
okay.
thinking.
It's very
And
funny.
real quick, you have advantage on all attacks against all of them except for this guy right here because of Guiding Bolt. So,
well, great thing is, I wasn't gonna even hit him anyways.
fair enough. Do your thing.
I'm going for the big boy.
That's fair.
Okay.
Roll your attack roll, friend.
So 18 plus, that's a flat 18 plus 5.
18 plus
So
5.
23 plus my 1d4.
Yeah, you're gonna
from
hit. I can
blood.
tell you right now, you're gonna hit. Give me your damage.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. And then, so I'm gonna do my So that's 4, 6, 9 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna assume that I'm over. My math is getting. It does a 22.
Yeah, you're gonna hit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you're over 20, you're gonna hit.
Sorry. I'm getting kicking, so.
And another 10, so 19 on Big Boy.
Cool.
And since he is smaller than me,
He's prone.
I would like to pull him.
Pull him. Ooh.
I would like to pull him 10 feet towards me with my Wrecking Ball feature.
Fair enough.
So it like hits him once, and then when he hits him again, it like wraps around him and then pulls him forward.
Fair enough.
Big boy. It didn't do as much damage as I had hoped, but it was fun.
It's all right. Cool beans. Kala, do your thing.
It was Veneer that is
Veneer
okay.
took a beating.
I'm turning around and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on
Second level again, I
Veneer.
assume.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 2d8.
While you're doing that, the 3 cultists that are by Rook are going to do their thing. They're each going to try to hit you.
Understandable.
Cure Wounds at a second level. She'll roll 4d8.
48. You know what? I just realized I was not doing that.
12 plus 15. 27.
Why can't I move you? Somebody's in the way.
Oh, you also have your.
Something's in the way. Okay, there you go.
I'm gonna die.
Maybe.
What's
It's
your
a
age?
question
Rookie?
of whether or not I hit here. 2 of them are gonna miss. One's gonna hit. The one that hits does 1d8.
Because you're a life cleric.
Rook forgets he's retired.
Yeah, straight up.
How much HP are you at, Matt?
Well, 12.
I'm not doing too bad right now. I've got 27.
Okay, you just took 16 damage.
I take it back. I'm at 11.
Cool beans. Elric is going to cast. He's going to actually. Where is he? He's all the way back there. How far is he? Yeah, he's going to run up and he's going to cast Cure Wounds. Go ahead and well, then the guard's going to also cast a healing word your way. Actually, guard's going to
You
cast.
get 29 health, Veneer.
So
29 health.
Yeah.
29.
Oh my goodness!
Let's go.
Thank you. Gracias.
Pip, go ahead and take a turn.
Hey,
Gracias,
can you make a token for me, Matt? Or
Yeah, I can make a
Chandler?
token for you of what?
I'm doing Cloud of Daggers.
Okay.
Oh man.
Where do you want it?
I want it. I want it right I want it right in between these two guys right here, like right in this little area.
Cool beans.
Yep. Which would effectively make both of them in the cloud.
Okay.
I'm casting it at 3rd level.
Okay.
They will take. So I conjure spinning daggers in a 5-foot cube centered on a point within range. Each creature in that area takes 4d. Well, since I'm upcasting it, it's going to be 6d4 slashing damage. Creature also takes this damage if it enters the cube or ends its turn there, or if the cube moves into its space. The creature takes this damage only once per turn. So so they don't even make any rolls. They just automatically, for being in that space, are going to take 6d4 damage.
Okay. Matt, take 14 healing.
14 more?
Well, you didn't get the 29 last time.
Oh, I didn't get the 29?
No, the 29 went to John. You got 14.
Take the 14 then.
Yeah.
That's still pretty good.
I don't have enough d4s.
It's 6d4, is that what you said it was?
6d4. So I've got 3, 6, 10, 11, 12, and then I got to roll 2 more times. 12.
The head
14.
cultist, as he's taking this damage, keep doing your thing. The head cultist, as he's taking this damage, goes, "What are you doing? Like, do you want to bring the wrath on you? Like, you need to stop."
The wrath of who?
He doesn't say, but he does pull a sword out from under his cloak. He doesn't wield it.
Sword. Does the sword?
He goes, "Don't care. Shut up."
These two cultists that are touching the
Correct.
the cloud, they will take 15 slashing damage.
Okay, how does this guy's dead? How does he die? I can't grab him for some reason. I don't know why.
So, Pip turns his gun flute around, and he starts playing a tune. What you would imagine, kind of like what you would hear, like the Egyptian serpent
I wouldn't.
dancers, hypnotize, I guess, the like cobras and stuff. Kind of sounds kind of like that. And as he does that, just shards of really, like, thematically, I would say it's like shards of glass and rubble that are laying around, kind of like magnetized to this point, and they just are spinning around in this area as I am playing the music.
Fair enough.
And so this guy is just torn to shreds as these shards of sharp glass and rubble and whatever else could cause damage slice at him.
Fair enough. Anything else from you?
And then, how's everyone doing on health?
I'm at 30.
30. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to my mass healing word for potential later stuff.
Twig, let's see it.
Jared.
Let the bear unleash.
You say
dude.
twig?
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know if I can move. I don't know if I can move close enough to do anything. Because I can move 40 feet with the bear.
You can move up to that guy, yeah. 35 up to that
Oh,
guy.
that's true. All right, that's what I'm going to do.
Is the bear considered medium or large?
Bear
It's a
is
medium. Don't quote me on that.
is
Should be-
large.
Oh, it's considered large. You actually have a further extended block. I will increase
He's a
your size.
large boy.
Make him big.
All right, let's see if I can roll any better this time.
Me and my boy are big.
That's not gonna hit.
What is it?
Not gonna hit. Oh my god, I rolled the same thing.
Fair enough.
dice jail.
Yeah, straight up dice jail right there. Veneer, do your thing.
Veneer is going to step. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me move this better.
Dude, combat with this many people
Move here.
takes 5 ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna adjust some things from what I've learned here.
And I'm going to again cast Sorceress Burst, and I'm going to do it on the dude who's in the cloud of daggers.
I figured that with more enemies on the other side, it would be a little more balanced, and I'm learning that
22 hit.
I should have just done higher CRs with less of them.
Mm-hmm.
22
Yeah,
does hit.
Think better next time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I promise, though, the ending will be with it.
He will take 3 lightning damage.
3?
Yeah, I rolled 2d8, and I don't want to talk about it.
To which guy? Sorry.
The dude who's in the cloud of daggers.
Okay.
You might not want to talk about it, but I definitely want to hear about it, John.
That's fair.
I'm
Rhubarb,
not happy, Bob.
do your thing.
Not happy.
Not happy, Bob. Rhubarb.
Not happy.
Shaylee.
Shaylee.
Shaylee. It's your turn.
Your turn.
Sorry, I did not hear my name. Okay, so Rhubarb's still raging, I believe.
Mhm.
We're gonna boop, 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 boop. Run over here. Do I have to kind of run around? Right?
Yes.
Can I do this?
Yep, that works. That works.
Okay. I'll just.
I say don't enter the cloud of daggers.
Yeah, stay away from the cloud daggers.
Where's the cloud of daggers?
It's the little like
Oh, is
dagger
that this
icon.
little guy
Yeah.
right here? Okay. Well, I'm gonna move here, and then I'm going to whack this guy. Oh! Oh no! What just happened? Okay, we're back.
We're good.
Sorry, I backed out of it or something. Okay, we're gonna hit this guy.
Okay.
With my maul. That's a 19.
Okay, you'll hit.
Without anything.
Damage.
19?
Okay.
Your year starts at 19?
I rolled a 19.
Your year starts at 19?
Damn,
Damage.
you're old. Okay. Damage is a 2d6.
How does he die? You're gonna do it. How does he die?
I want to use my toggle on somebody. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna whack him toward this other guy again. Like we're just gonna go toward this guy,
Uh-huh.
and he's gonna kind of gonna hit him in half because the maul has like little like pointy bits on it,
Mhm.
and so it's kind of gonna like shred through him and splatter against this other guy right here. And then I'm going to turn on this guy with my other attack move, and I'm going to hit him all as well. It's a +7. Or actually, now it's a +8. So 16.
Okay. You'll hit.
Gives a hit.
Mm-hmm. Meets it, beats it.
Okay. Another 2D. That's a 5, 8 plus 1 plus 2. I confused myself. 13 plus 3, 16. 16 damage.
How does he die?
2 kills?
Yeah.
2 kills, 1 turn. That's impressive.
What I really actually want to do, because I didn't know if I would kill the guy in this turn, but so the first kill I did kind of like goes in half of him, right?
Okay.
But the momentum just keeps going, and I hit into the other guy. And how I want to imagine it is like he turns and sees his cultist get obliterated, and I just hit him right in the face. So all he sees is like his bloody friend like crashing into his face, and like it can like think of like one of those Griswold like Invincible scenes where like Mark's like face is getting literally smashed in. It's that.
Fair
it's
enough.
that. Like that is happening.
Okay. Yes. All right, we head over to our assassin. As this happens, the head cultist drops the sword he was holding. The assassin runs over on his turn, picks it up, takes the... How much damage is it, Dylan?
I'm going to re-roll it.
Just tell me what you did before. I don't remember. Was it 15?
15.
Okay, cool beans. Takes 15 damage. Wow, he actually did some pretty work to him. Runs past him with this sword. Runs past this with the sword.
Attack of opportunity?
He does provoke attack of opportunity. Give me your roll. Dadgummit. I might not even get away with what I'm trying to do.
Depending on how close he gets to me, I think I also get to do it.
15 plus 8.
23. You'll hit.
23.
Yeah, you'll hit. Give me damage.
Oh, I love playing a barbarian. That's 9 plus 8. 17.
Okay, he's barely alive. He is looking extremely rough, but on his turn, he takes this sword that he's holding in his hand. It's a short sword. He takes this sword and proceeds to stab the cultist in front of him.
Hold on. I forgot to add the +2 of my rage.
He's still alive. Barely again. But he stabs
he's alive.
He stabs the cultist in front of him and then turns the dagger on himself and says, "Ball must rise," and stabs himself in the chest with the sword. As he falls to the ground, nothing happens. Nothing happens as he falls to the ground. What does the party do? I will say real quick, in this... Well, yeah, go ahead. What does the party do?
Can Rhubarb pick up the sword?
Sure.
Can I do an insight, whatever, on the sword?
You sure? You want to pick up the sword and investigate it?
Yes.
Before you touch it, I want to do a detect magic on it.
Sure. Nothing.
What do I detect?
You're
There's
not
no
gonna get
magic.
There's no magic on it. Well, I'll take that back. You can read me the wording of this. You just know if it's magical, right? That's literally all it is. You don't know the source or anything.
Yeah.
Detect magic.
You get the source from it.
I figure out if it's magical, and the school of magic, I believe, is all that I find out. Let's see. Detect magic. Sense the presence of magical effects within 30 feet of you. So
you can sense that there is magic on it. And we got one more thing and then we're done here. But you can sense there's magic on it. But
what type of magic?
I would say that you're not able to tell, actually. I'd say even with the spell, you're not able to tell.
That's oh shit.
In the meantime, Elric and his guard are going to go over to the priest and try to help them up and take care of them.
Kala's also running towards the priest.
Real quick. Rhubarb, did you touch the sword? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. As Rhubarb touches the sword.
Sorry guys, I'm playing an idiot.
As Rhubarb touches the sword. The sword, actually I'm going to send the image in here so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm going to send you 2 images.
I'll send you a 3rd image of a different sword, Chandler. I'll send it to you individually.
That's actually really
nice. I really hope I put it in here. Where did I put it?
I mean, the sword from last campaign was cock, so...
Cock and balls.
Is this mine?
1 second,
No, it's not.
friends. I don't know where the heck I put
Oh,
it.
cool.
Okay, I've got it here.
Okay,
I've
hold
got
on.
this here.
In your trousers.
Okay, everybody ready? I'm sending it in the chat. You see,
I'm so ready.
first you see the sword. Upload file.
I don't see anything.
Give me a freaking second. I'm trying to get it.
Want this to be. I gave you the
There's
second.
your sword. Yeah, sword. Good job, Jared. This is the sword.
You touched that?
You touched the sword.
You looked at that
Here
and
we
said,
go.
yeah, that looks like a good thing to touch.
The
Where's the
sword.
second image?
I'm going to send the second image in a second. It is prepped and ready, but I'm going to send it in a second. The sword, dark, unnatural, and humming with a terrible awareness, rises from the cultist.
I didn't even need to do detect magic on that to know that
It
it was magic.
floats
if
in
it
the
looks
air,
like that.
quivers like a bloodhound catching a scent, then bolts like lightning across the room.
Does it hit
Mayor
anyone?
Davencrest doesn't scream. He only gasps as the blade drives into his chest. His eyes lock with yours, then glaze over. And then
Wait, I didn't know the mayor came with us.
the Mayor Davencrest is Eldrick.
He came back.
Yep.
Oh, Elric. Okay, my bad.
Eldrick, sorry. And then he's there. A tall, shadowed cloak, a shadow-cloaked, one hand resting on the hilt embedded in the mayor. He snaps his fingers without looking.
Who snaps his fingers without looking? That guy? The
For
okay.
Matt, you would recognize this individual that you saw in the shadows earlier. As he snaps his fingers, every guard and every priest collapses where they stand. No warning, no sound, no struggle, with blood dripping from every pore. You watch as the blood drains from Elric, his guards, and the fallen priest into the blade of the sword. The sword then hisses through flesh like silk, through paper. Through flesh like silk through paper, as the mayor crumples off the blade, completely devoid of the blood he once held. The figure turns the sword and says, as if speaking to it, "Oh, how I've missed you." This temple was meant to be a rebirth, a stolen god clawing his way back through stolen blood. But they stole from me. They thought they could wield my truth. He lifts his sword towards the party, and you watch as the blood on the blade seeps into it, and see the short sword grow in brightness, then in size, to that of a full longsword. And you, he says, pointing to the party, you shouldn't be here. Yet, here you are. You've danced with priests and shadows, but they were just the opening act. Show me what's behind the faith. Let's see what breaks first. Your steel or your story.
As soon as he says that, I'm going to cast command on him.
It fails. I can tell you right now it fails.
Dang it!
The figure's cloak billows with a wind that doesn't exist. The air thickens, the temple's lights dim, as one by one on the wall, the torches on the wall disappear from existence. The blood on the floor ripples like water, and the figure disappears in a burst of blood as the last of the light disappears. Would everybody please roll me initiative?
I have dark vision, by the way,
I know.
of 125 feet.
I know.
I want that to be known. Initiative?
Please roll me initiative.
Again?
Pete. Actually, I can just put it in. Oh, no, I can't.
We're doing another fight?
This
My
one will
goodness.
not last very long.
That's what
Are we
you
all gonna
think,
die?
Chandler.
I got an 18.
So this, I'm assuming this is going to be like one of those, like the boss fight in
Yeah, at the
in
beginning
lot
of, like, a
video games
game.
where you find the boss too early,
And
the
you're
boss
supposed to
hits you
die?
in one hit, and then it goes to a cutscene.
It's
She
not
ain't
Yeah.
loading for me,
loading.
Chandler.
What's that?
I said
It's
she
like
ain't
the
loading
first
for
fight,
me.
it's
It's not
like,
loading
hold on.
for me either. What's going on?
Did you try turning it on and off again?
Whoops.
What do you think I'm doing?
Real-time error, authentication failed, not authorized.
Give me 1 second.
That's what happened when I refresh.
That's what it did
Same.
for me too. Come on, this is the best part of this whole thing. I didn't anticipate everything else was going to last this long.
Aren't you guys so glad?
Okay, hold on. Let
me.
me rewrite things down. Hold on. Okay, we killed the cultist and nothing happened. The sword
That's
fell.
okay.
That didn't happen because I touched the sword, right?
I'm going to send another image in here so you guys can have that. And then I'm just going to ask some questions. And we're going to see what happens here.
That scared you guys.
Yeah, same.
Here's your image of the cloak figure. We're going to do this without Alba
Okay,
Rodeo.
he's so cool though. Like, let's be real.
We're going to
That's
do
the
this
coolest thing about
without Alba Rodeo.
Hi, sir.
Let's say John does a 35 hit.
Yes, it does.
What's your max HP?
45.
What are you currently at?
30.
It's 45? Please take 68 damage.
Was that on purpose? Did he actually roll 68 damage, or were you like, oh, let me just make sure
No,
we
he
die?
actually rolled 68 damage. What does that put you? That does not get you to the full negative, correct?
I think
No.
I know what's happening. Chandler, don't you do it.
John.
I
I
know
don't
what
want to
you're
reroll
doing.
this character. I like this character.
I know what he's doing. He's going to kill all of us. We're going to have to reroll characters and start a new story.
John does a 37 hit.
You're hitting me again?
Yeah, he's taking us to the underworld and we're doing stuff.
Obviously.
That is,
Or
please take
or he's TPKing first round and
111
this is
damage.
a prequel to what we're actually going to play.
So he's dead. He's
I
gone.
might
He's
cry,
dead.
guys.
As you see John go down, a figure appears next to John and says, pointing to Elric, who's laying on the ground dead, do you know what he saw in his final breath? You, watching, failing. And then...
He said that to Elric?
He said that to you, pointing to Elric. To the party, pointing out. He then disappears in a burst of blood. In his place appears 3 other versions of himself, spread across the party. Matt does a 27 hit.
Yeah.
How much HP are you?
I don't know if I can handle this.
I have 18 and my base is 43.
So 64 would hit your max HP, correct?
Yeah, that'd kill me for real.
Next to Matthew appears the same figure again.
Hey Chandler, I need you to suck a turd out of my ass, dude.
Next to Matthew appears the same figure. And he says he died believing he was saving something. And that's the funniest part. He then disappears again. Shaylee does a 29 hit.
Not even just wrecking us physically, you're wrecking us emotionally too.
Yeah.
We have to reroll. Hey,
How much HP are you at? How much HP are you
rewriting
at?
a character.
Am I at right now currently?
I don't want to rewrite a character.
This is amazing.
39.
This is
39.
so good.
Please
I
take
can't be mad at
76 damage.
The thing is, guys, he's doubling our max HP, which means that we don't even have death saving throws. If your max HP is doubled in damage,
Okay.
you're dead.
Wait, did you want my damage or my base HP?
How much is your max HP?
62.
Okay, so you're not dead yet. You are unconscious.
He's got to do death saving throws.
However, you do watch... Well, I guess the rest of the party watch because you're unconscious. You do watch as the rest of the party watches as he appears, and the short sword that he just stuck into the back of Rhubarb's back proceeds to turn into a full-blown longsword, and he swings down on Rhubarb on the ground, saying, the Ballist died believing in murder. You murdered believing in justice. Which of you is more dangerous? And then disappears in a burst of blood. Let's go over to. Let's see. Let's go to Sabine. He's rolled a nat 20. Please take.
It's dead.
Oh, I would like to.
This is so good. I can't be mad.
It's gonna be like 200.
Please take 111 damage.
This is so frustratingly good.
As he appears next to Sabine. As he appears next to Sabine. Their ritual failed. Yours succeeded. This temple was a sacrifice. You just didn't know who you were offering it to.
Wait, it's not Ball. It's not Ball.
He then
It's someone else.
appears next to... Who's still alive? I know Twig is still alive. Veneer, you're still around, right? And okay, so
Veneer is dead. Veneer is
dead.
gone.
Who's still alive?
Pip's
Who have
still
I
alive.
not swung after?
It's Pip, Kala, and
Pip.
Twig.
Okay, so he appears next to Pip. Does a nat 20 hits. He's gonna immediately kill you. I'll tell you right now. He does 116 damage.
As Pip is dying. As Pip is dying. Wait, tell me the blow that's killing him first.
He appears behind you. I don't think you're gonna get the chance to do anything because it's instant death. He appears behind you out of nowhere and sticks his short sword directly, like straight through the base of your skull. Like you don't even get a chance to react. He says, as you go down, do you know its name? Pointing to his sword. Do you know its name? God's Bane. A fitting title, given what it did. He then appears next to Twig.
John, he was the one.
Does a
This was the
25
sword
hit?
that killed Ball. This was the sword that killed Ball.
Does a 25 hit? Okay. Please take 56 damage.
Now I gotta go through the
I'm not,
stress of
since I'm
putting
in bear
together another
form, I'm not dead yet.
You're not dead yet. Well, you
I'm
would still take your temp
unconscious.
HP, so you're unconscious. Okay, cool. Again, as he stabs you and knocks you unconscious, he then lifts his now long sword up above his head as the blood drains from the blade.
Cinema.
Does a... Oh, he rolled a 5, so he only gets a... Give me a second.
Hey,
Sorry.
John, do you want
He
to be
rolled a
brothers
5,
for our
so
next character?
does a 27 hit?
2.
Okay. He will do... It's an automatic crit, so he's going to roll 20, 66. That's 113 damage.
Wait, double dead.
Yeah, as Twig goes to die, he is standing over him and says, "It remembers Ball's blood. It misses the taste, but it'll settle for yours." He disappears in a blast of blood. John, does a 27 hit?
I'm already dead. I'm dead.
John's like, who's the last one? Melody. I apologize. Melody. I assume a 27 hits. Does.
Yeah.
He does. 13. What's your max HP?
45.
45.
What are you currently at?
22.
Yeah, he does 75 damage. That's insta-death. As he stands over you, he does show up for a second enough that you can see him and he can speak. He likes the theatrics. As he appears in front of you, he swipes at your ankles, knocking you down to the ground. As he's standing over you on the ground, he says, "You and they actually believed that light always wins, that good prevails, that gods protect those who serve them." He smiles, lies, all of it. He appears above the last member of the party as he holds his sword above them, with the blade facing down towards you. A faint, godly hum fills the air, emanating from the glowing blade, like the ending chord of a long-forgotten hymn. There are no heroes here, only a lesson. That the truth was never yours to win. It was mine to give. And now, there's no one left to hear it. In a flash, the blade plunges down towards you, and all fades to black. We will end our session here for today.
Do we need to make new characters?
Do not give me new characters.
No.
No new
Barbara's
characters.
not. Rhubarb is
I
not
was
going to play again.
I was ready to start re-rolling.
Because if you made me attached and excited for Rhubarb and then killed her and made me roll another character, I was so close to weeping, you guys. But then you all started making like jokes and stuff, and
That
damn.
would have been sick though.
Do not make a new character. We will pick up from here in session 2. But we'll end right
Do we
here.
level up? TPK level up?
Yeah, you took that sword like a stud. You can level up.
You took it like a champ.
I say, John, you took it like a bitch.
Yeah, John.
Oh, please. You're just as dead as I am.
I will now give you the title of this campaign, because I did have a title for it. This is Serenthia Vale, Behind the Mask of Mercy.
Behind the mask.
Ilmater's
Okay,
the bad
sweaty.
guy.
No,
Sweaty.
yeah.
Wait a
Ilmater's the
This
bad
is
guy.
phenomenal.
So I apologize
no.
that combat took so
No.
long to get to that. That was the big point.
Ilmater,
But
Ilmater
it
might
took
be,
us a
but
while
I
to
don't think
get
this
there.
guy. I don't think this guy is a servant of Ilmater.
No, I don't think Ilmater is the bad guy.
No.
I'm frothing at the
I
mouth.
can't
This
believe
makes
it.
me so
Here's-
happy that nobody
here's-
knows.
You,
I
you
was,
want to know why I
I
don't?
was curious
you wanna
as
know,
soon as I said the sword's name if somebody was going to know what I was referencing, but nobody did.
Elias,
Okay, the sword's
No.
name is Godbane.
It's Godsbane. No, let me tell you something right now that John and I know that you guys don't. Baal was killed by a mortal being, meaning that
Mortal?
mortal, meaning that Ilmater did not do it. Someone who
This
is
is a
either
God Award shit. Like,
someone who's
This is
demigod
Kratos.
status, someone who's demigod status or lower killed Baal with this sword.
Now,
Because he said that it misses Baal's blood, but ours will do.
Now-
So this is the sword that killed him.
when I say the session's over, I need to clarify. The session is over for your characters. In cinematic fashion, as such as I guess a Marvel post scene would be the closest equivalent. Your characters would not be seeing this, however, you as the players would be able to see this.
You saw a video on this, didn't you?
No, I did
On-
not, but
on
I
this-
did see
you
one that was
didn't?
very similar, but no, it was after
Yeah.
I'd already come up with this idea. You see the town of Etherwyn, the people going about their business, and a bright beam of light above the town of Etherwyn shows up. And an individual, basked in light, not hooded, not carrying a sword, individual basked in light, appears above the city and states, "I am Ilmater in the flesh. I have come to correct your wicked ways." And we will end our session there.
Does this take
I don't
place
believe that.
after
I
what
don't believe
happened?
This would take place after what happened.
Post what
Fake.
happened?
Fake. It's fake.
fake Ilmater.
I know that
Fake
guy. That
God.
didn't
Ilmater's the bad guy. Ilmater's the bad guy.
I
He's a bad
can't
guy.
believe it.
It's going to be a good
I was
campaign,
ready-
guys.